This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. It's time for Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Play ball! Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Now, let's head to the ballpark with the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Carey.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another night of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Josh Carey welcoming you to Toyota Field, where tonight it is Game 4 of a 6-game series between the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Knoxville Smokies. Back in Mission Control, running the boards tonight is Brody Hogan, and this is the pregame show. Trash Pandas will try to get back on the winning track after losing their first game of the series last night. They fell short to the Smokies. Final score in that game was 8-6, and what was really a tale of two ball games. It was actually a pretty ugly contest between both teams through the first 3 innings, where it was an 8-5 ball game at one point in favor of the Smokies. Rocket City had to use 4 different pitchers through those 3 innings. Then over the final 6 frames, Rocket City outscored Knoxville 1-0, but it wasn't enough, as again the Smokies went on to win by 3 runs. Let's take you through what happened in last night's ball game, and really the story for Rocket City was 10 walks, as Walber Urena couldn't get out of the first inning. In that first inning, he would give up 3 consecutive walks to Brett Bateman, Corey Joyce, and B.J. Murray to start the ball game. He would strike out Jalen Palmer and Jefferson Rojas to get 2 outs. He appeared on the verge of getting out of the jam, but then he would walk Rayvaj Garcia with the bases loaded to force in Bateman and make it a 1-0 ball game. From there, Urena was lifted from the game. Second time this season he hasn't made it out of the first inning. And then the next man up was Pablo Alejandro. He faced Nick Jones, and he rifled the ball over the left center field wall for a grand slam home run, his 8th dinger of the year. RBI 31, 32, 33, and 34. And just like that, the Smokies were on top by the score of 5-0. Rocket City, though, would use the long ball to stay close throughout the night with a walk to David Mershon in the first inning. 2 batters later, it was Oscar Colas ripping a home run ball over the right field wall. It was his 12th home run as a Trash Panda, RBI 30 and 31. Rocket City was back in the game at 5-2. But for all the struggles the Trash Pandas pitchers had in the first inning, it was really the third inning that did them in. After Urena was lifted from the game, Nick Jones went an inning and a third, and from there, Max Geek would come into the contest for the Trash Pandas, and he really struggled. He walked to and hit a batter to load the bases. From there, Ethan Hearn would reach base on a throwing error by Geek that brought in a run to make it a 6-2 ball game. And then after that, with the bases still loaded, Carter Trice would hit a sacrifice fly to right. That would score Andy Garriola from third base to make it a 7-2 ball game. Then after a walk to Brett Bateman, reloaded the bases. Corey Joyce would also draw a bases loaded walk to force in a run, and that made the score 8-2 at that point. Geek only went a third of an inning. No hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He walked 4 and struck out none. So it was an 8-2 ball game at that point. But again, Rocket City used some power to get back in the ball game. In the third inning, leadoff double by Ryan Nicholson. It was then Oscar Colas again going over the right field wall for his 13th home run as a Trash Panda, RBI 32 and 33. That would make it an 8-4 ball game. And then Corey Holland would follow Colas with a solo blast of his own. Back-to-back shots by Colas and Holland. For Corey, that was his first home run as a Trash Panda, RBI number 5. That would make it an 8-5 ball game. And then from that point on, the pitchers took over for both teams. The only other run from Rocket City came in the 5th inning as Holland again went deep for his second home run of the game, his second as a Trash Panda, RBI number 6, and that would make it an 8-5 contest. Rocket City had a couple of chances to draw closer, or actually that made it a 8-6 ball game at that point on the home run by Holland. In the 5th inning, Rocket City had a couple of chances to get closer. In the 6th inning, they put 2 on with 2 out, but Colas would strike out swinging to end that threat. And then in the 9th, 2 singles put 2 men on base with 2 out, but Miles Emerson rolled into a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the ball game. So here were your totals for Knoxville: 8 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. They left 7 for Rocket City. 6 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. They left 10 for the ball game. Your winning pitcher in relief was Tyler Santana for the Smokies. He moved to 4-4 on the season. 2 2/3 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. As again, he moved to 4-4 on the season. While Barry Urena took the loss to fall to 4-8, 2/3 of an inning, no hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 2. The save to Brad Depperman, his 5th of the season, as he went the 9th inning. No runs, 2 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. Time of game, 3 hours and 6 minutes. The attendance, 3,539. Again, Knoxville over the Trash Pandas by the final of 8-6. So we'll take a break on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at scores and standings from around the Southern League. That's coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Cliff Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Welcome back to Toyota Field. Josh Carey with you. And again, back in mission control running the boards is Brody Hogan, still getting ready for first pitch as Rocket City takes on Knoxville this evening. Here's a look at the scores from last night around the Southern League. It was Birmingham. They've won 23 of their last 25. They blanked Pensacola 9-0. Blue Wahoos held to only 3 hits against 4 Barron's pitchers. William Bergoya 3 of 5 with 2 RBI. Braden Montgomery 3 of 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBI as well. Wilfred Veras 2 of 5, a couple of runs, 2 RBI himself on a double and a triple. It was Biloxi over Columbus in a wild one from Mississippi, 14-8 the score there. Jeremy Vargas 3 of 4 with 5 RBI. Cooper Pratt 1 of 4. He had a 3-run homer in the win as well. And then Chattanooga sweeps a doubleheader from Montgomery in Tennessee. Chattanooga wins game 1 4-3. Ruben Ibarra and Austin Hendrick each with home runs in that game. And then in the nightcap, Chattanooga wins on a 2-run walk-off single by Edwin Arroyo, who finishes 2 of 2 with 2 RBI. Here's a look at the standings as we interplay today. In the North, Birmingham running away with it, 30-12. They are 8.5 up on Chattanooga. The Barons have won 7 of 10. Chattanooga won the first half. They are 20-19. They've won 5 straight. Birmingham has won 3 in a row. Knoxville 20-21, 9.5 out. Rocket City 14-28. They are 16 back and have lost 7 of 10. In the South, it is Pensacola 22-19. They've lost 8 of 10. Still 2 games up on Montgomery. The Biscuits are 20-21. And again, they are 2 games back. Columbus is 20-22, still hanging around 2.5 back. They've won 7 of 10. And Biloxi 19-23, 3.5 out as they bring up the rear. That'll do it for the pregame show. We'll come back with starting lineups and first pitch right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Toyota Field. Josh Carey with you, joined alongside Chris Harris as the Trash Pandas get ready to face the Smokies in Game 4 of a 6-game series. And Chris, after a loss last night, Rocket City will turn to arguably its best pitcher since the start of July in Sam Aldegheri.
Yeah, last 6 starts, 4-1. He has a 1.46 earned run average, 30 strikeouts to 13 walks. He's now one of the top quality startmen in the Southern League. He's up to 8 quality starts, 4 in a row. And, you know, he's reaching the potential that we know he's capable of. Been to the big leagues twice. Both of those outings in the big leagues didn't go his way, but he's come back down here. He's gotten to work, and he's proving, as you see Sam right there, as he's getting his final mental preparation with that Italian bandana flag as he gets ready. It's a very humid night tonight, but you need some innings from him tonight, since last night Walber Arena only was able to give you 2/3 of an inning. So you'd love to see 6-7 innings from Sam tonight.
We'll see if he's able to do that. We'll also see if the ball carries tonight the way it was on another hot and humid night yesterday. For what it's worth, I know downtown got hit hard with rain. We had a little bit here around 4:30, but we are good to go, and we are going to start this one on time and get it in fine fashion. By the way, I want to welcome those of you who are listening on Talk Radio WZZN. Back at Mission Control running the boards is Brody Hogan. Also welcome in those of you watching on Waymore 31.6 WAAY, our television partner for the season. Here's the starting lineup for the Smokies, who are now 51-58 on the season after a 8-6 win last night. They are 20-21 in the second half. Carter Trice will lead things off and patrol center field. Pedro Ramirez back in the lineup tonight. He will hit second and play second. Corey Joyce in the 3 position, the designated hitter. B.J. Murray hits cleanup. He's at third. Jefferson Rojas has been quiet so far in this series. He'll hit 5th and play short. Pablo Aliendo in the 6th position behind at first base. He had a grand slam home run last night. Jalen Palmer will bat 7th and play right. Casey Opitz does the catching and hits 8th. In left field and hitting 9th is Jordan Wogu. As you see, the Trash Pandas are on the field. That means we're ready for tonight's national anthem, brought to you by Church of the Messiah. Let's go down to the field for that. The Church of the Messiah with our national anthem. I'll tell you what, you don't usually go wrong with the national anthem when a choir is involved, and they did a great job here this evening. Again, the Trash Pandas are on the field. Let's give you the starting defense for them. Left to right, it will go Holland, Calabrese, and Blankenhorn. Third to first, Goebel, Mershon, McCroskey, and Kootenai. Behind the plate will be Crouch, and on the hill for the Trash Pandas will be left-hander Sam Aldeguerri. Like we said, he has been fabulous since the start of July. His record is 6-7 on the year, a 3.91 ERA, and he'll go to the bump. It was actually against the Smokies ball club where he started to turn his season around. That was back on July the 2nd. He was actually the one that snapped that woeful 16-game losing streak the Trash Pandas had, and in that ball game, he went 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, an unearned run. He struck out 2 and walked 3 as Rocket City got a 9-1 win. Last time Sam pitched was on the 9th at Columbus. That was last Saturday. He got Rocket City's lone win of last week's series against the Clingstones. 7 innings, a run on 4 hits. He struck out 6 in a 7-3 victory. So he'll go through his warm-up pitches. Your umpires for tonight's game. Behind the plate calling the balls and strikes is the crew chief, Elliot Melton. At first is Jalen Goodman. And your third base umpire is Stone Garver. Rocket City in the blue halo tops tonight with white bottoms. It says Rocket City across the front of the jersey in white capital letters. Rocket on top, City on bottom. Small white numeral on the left hip. Large white numeral on the back. And halo blue cap with the intertwined white RC emblem in the middle. As for the Smokies, gray tops, gray bottoms. It says Knoxville in blue cursive lettering across the front of the jersey. Capital K, lowercase everything else. Red trim, blue line underneath the word Knoxville with red trim. Small blue numeral on the left hip with red trim. Blue piping down the sides of the shirt sleeves. They also have a blue numeral on the back with red trim, and Knoxville wearing the all blue cap tonight with the red KS intertwined emblem in the middle with white trim. So we are ready to go with this one. Carter Trice to lead things off, hitting .056 with 1 RBI. He's 1 of 6 in this series. He's had very limited time so far with Knoxville this season. So he will stand in to lead things off as we're trying to get a couple of things cleaned up on the field, and now we're ready to go as Trice will stand in. Aldeguerri into his wind, and the first pitch of the game is a fastball that's called a strike. It's 0-1. First pitch is at 6:36. Overcast skies. But I'll say this for the rain. It at least cooled things off a little bit. It's 83 degrees here at first pitch. We were in the low to mid 90s earlier today as the 0-1. Fastball dribbled towards second, to his left to field easily. McCroskey, throw to first is in time, and that'll be the first out of the ball game as Trice is 0 for 1. Here's Pedro Ramirez, 266, 7 homers, and 58 driven in. Let's see, and you'll take a look at the replay here on the ground out by Trice. I mentioned Aldeguerri's July 2nd start against Knoxville. He also faced the Smokies 3 times early in the season. As the first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1 to Ramirez. Faced them in back-to-back starts here on the 8th and 13th of April, won a combined 8 2/3 against the Smokies, and 2 no decisions. Pitches in the dirt, it will go to the backstop. Actually, no, it hit him.
Hit him, yeah.
So a hit by pitch to Ramirez on a 1-1 off, or pardon me, an 0-1 offering, and Ramirez will trot to first base. So 1 on with 1 out for Corey Joyce, 279 with 28 RBI and a homer. Anyway, he went combined 8 2/3, allowed 3 earned runs on 6 hits over those 2 starts, struck out 12. Rocket City won a game 4-3 and lost another 2-1. He then pitched at Knoxville on May 1st. Lefty on righty. Aldeguerri fires. Fastball cut through and missed high and away. It's 0-1. He won that game, 7 shutout frames. He struck out 8, walked 3. Allowed only 5 hits in a 5-3 win. So overall, he's pitched very well against these guys. Holding the runner at first is Kootenai. And a throw over first and back in safely is Ramirez, who is 26 of 34 in the stolen base department. In fact, that game on May 1st at Knoxville, that was arguably his best start of the season. He's gone 7 innings in his last 2 outings. Fastball sent into deep right. Going back on a Blankenhorn. Still going near the track. Makes the catch right at the cut of the grass on that warning track. That'll be out number 2. Ramirez retreats to first base. Joyce hits the ball hard but out. And 2 away for B.J. Murray, 236 with 16 homers and 72 driven in.
Last pitch from Aldegari, 91-mile-an-hour fastball, able to keep it in the yard. You know, coming off that outing last week in Columbus, what was amazing was he got out to the worst start imaginable, gave up a leadoff home run on the first pitch he allowed.
First pitch, there's a strike. It's 0-1 on the four-seam fastball at 92.
To Patrick Clohissy, but after that, he was flawless. And to see him put that behind him and give you 7 innings, that was impressive.
From the letters, and a snap throw over and again back safely is Ramirez. And that was something that we kind of wondered about Sam a little bit. There were a few other times this season where he was struggling with his command, and you wondered if the mental game was getting to him. To see him overcome that early home run and pitch the way he did, he's making strides in that department as the fastball misses high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Angels have very high hopes on him, so much so they brought him up for a couple of games of experience out of the bullpen earlier this year. That was seen as a little controversial to some among the fan base. Another throw over, and again Ramirez is back standing. My theory is as long as you get experience at the major league level, that can only be a good thing. And even though he struggled in both of his call-ups to the Angels, you want him to learn something from that, and hopefully that helps develop him moving forward. 1-1. Way outside. Good lunge that time by Crouch, who reeled it in to his right. Going to go to 2-1. Fireworks to follow the action here. Then we're back at it tomorrow for another 6:35 contest. We'll wrap up the series on Sunday at 2:35. Lefty on righty. 2-1. Shot foul off to the right. Late swing that time by Murray. It will even at 2-2. And just like that, a chance for Aldegari. 2 in the inning, and like Chris mentioned, Rocket City had to use 6 pitchers last night, while Barry Urena, their starter, did not make it out of the first inning. So it's imperative that Aldegari give them a good one this evening. Ramirez leads at first, 2-2. Runner goes, and the pitch hit foul straight back. Going to stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-handed hitter ready to go. By the way, we'll see Bryce Osmond tomorrow. That'll be more or less another bullpen game for Rocket City tomorrow. So even more imperative that Aldegari goes deep in this ball game. From the letters, the 2-2. Hit foul away again. Good at bat here by Murray. He stays alive. We've seen Murray do that a couple of times last night. He had been out due to injury earlier in this series and really the week prior as well. As you see some of the fans filing in tonight, enjoying some of the action on the berm beyond the right field wall. 2-2 on B.J. Murray. The kick, runner goes, pitch, low, throw to second. That one is going to be late. In with a head-first dive will be Ramirez, his 27th stolen base and 35 opportunities. Remember, Aldegari had already thrown over twice, so Murray was able to measure him out and got a good jump that time and beat the throw by Crouch. So a payoff pitch will be due to Murray. He was 0 for 2 last night, hit into a couple of double plays. One was a line shot. Here's the 3-2. Swung, bounce, foul. That'll hit off the third base dugout railing and trickle away, staying at 3 balls and 2 strikes as Aldegari has thrown 13 pitches in this first inning. Anyway, Bryce Osmond going tomorrow for Rocket City against Tyler Schlafer. I'll be interested to watch Schlafer. He's been pitching really well of late for the Smokies. Check of second. 3-2. Swung, hit foul straight back. Remaining at 3-2. And then on Sunday, George Clausen will pitch the second time this week for the Trash Pandas. He'll go against Grant Kipp. That'll be a rematch of Tuesday's game. Let's see, we have had an 8-pitch at bat to this point. Off the line at first is Kootenai. 3-2. Swung and lifted. Deep left field. Turning tail Holland at the track, at the wall. He leaps. It's off the top of the wall. That'll bring in a run. Into second goes Murray. He came within an eyelash of a home run, and Holland came within an eyelash of making a tremendous catch. The wind is blowing in, and that may have prevented the ball from going out. Here's the replay.
Yeah, I thought this ball was gone off the bat. Oh, man.
Yeah, hit right on the yellow line atop the wall and carry him back into play. Great effort by Holland, but that'll be RBI number 73 by Murray. And it's a 1-0 ball game, and give Murray some credit. That was a great at-bat as he fouled off pitch after pitch and finally got something to handle. Here's Rojas, lefty on righty. And the first pitch in the dirt, 1-0. I will say one thing I was surprised during that at-bat, we never saw the curveball from Sam. Now, when it gets to a 3-ball count, I sort of understand that, but I thought he may have broken that out a little sooner against Murray, who is a very potent hitter. 1-0 on Rojas, 163, no homers, and 11 driven in. Next pitch. Swung on, popped up, right side, over his Crouch, over his Kootenai, near the first base dugout. That'll land out of play about 3 rows behind the Rocket City first base dugout. And it will even and a ball and a strike. Ooh, someone actually spilled their tray of food there. I think that fan got some ketchup on his white Trash Pandas jersey. That is not a good mix. As the count goes to 1-1.
Battle scars for a baseball.
Darn tootin'. As long as you're not climbing over seats and bumping into people, that's all you can ask for. So the count at a ball and a strike. Rojas waits, runner will go. Pitch is a strike, and they let him take third without a throw. That was a good pitch to run on, too. It was a changeup. It floated in there for a strike, but easily able to steal third base as Murray his 13th and 19 opportunities, and that's stolen base number 2 of the inning, but the count at 1-2. The set by Aldeguerri and the delivery. Fastball fouled straight back. Good fight here by Rojas as it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. An RBI double by B.J. Murray has given the Smokies an early 1-0 lead.
Well, they're glad to have B.J. Murray back in the lineup. First game since August 2nd last night. He walked 3 times. Now he adds a double.
Here's the 1-2. In the dirt again. That time missed with the changeup. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and now we're at 20 pitches for the inning. He retired Trice easily. Then he hit Ramirez with a pitch. Got Joyce rather quickly, but a long at bat against Murray, and now he's about to throw his 5th pitch to Rojas. We'll set up inside, and the 2-2. Hit foul straight back, and you can see he just can't quite put him away. Going to remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, Rojas, I mentioned he has only a 163 average, but they are really high on this young man. 21 years old, just recently called up to Double-A. He's right now going through the growing pains of Double-A baseball, but he's got a fine future ahead of him. 2-2. Curve, called strike 3. So there's the curveball. Rung up is Rojas. Strikeout number 1 for Aldeguerri. And he's out of the first inning, but he does give up a run. It was earned on 1 hit. No errors in the inning. 1 runner left at third. At the end of half a frame, it is Knoxville 1, Rocket City coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Price for Internet 300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments. The firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves. Because every milestone matters. And we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the first inning, Knoxville with one in the top half. Now the Trash Pandas head to the plate with a record of 38-72, 14-28 for the second half. Ben Goebel starts things, plays third base. David Calabrese hits second and plays center. Oscar Colas in the 3 position. And he's the designated hitter as Goebel takes a strike. 0-1. Ben is .256 on the year, 4 homers and 18 driven in. Colas with 2 home runs last night as Goebel fouls the next pitch off to the right. That was a changeup by Nick Dean. And it will go to 0-2. Dean, 1-4 on the year, a 5.90 ERA. Rocket City hit him hard the last time they saw him. That was back on July the 2nd. The 0-2, going to miss down and in. Changeup, it's 1-2. In fact, he started that game. Oh, Goebel pointing down at his foot. I'm wondering if he's saying he got hit, as he talks things over with Elliot Melton, but not much of an argument as he stands back in. By the way, Ben will be my next Josh Carey Show podcast interviewee as the pitch is fouled away, remaining at 1-2. But anyway, Dean pitched against Aldegheri back on the 2nd. That was the day Rocket City snapped that 16-game losing streak. And in that ball game, he only went 3 1/3 innings, allowed 6 runs on 7 hits, and a 9-1 loss. As the pitch will be down and away. That was a slider. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's nice to see some of these Trash Pandas starting to put together some on-base streaks. Ben sitting on 7.
He may have 8 as shot into left center. On the move, Wogu, it's over his head. It'll one-hop the wall. Goebel on his way to second. There goes the helmet again. He can't find one that fits. That'll be a leadoff double for Ben Goebel. On base streak now at 8 as he ropes one into left center field. And a good start to the ball game as Goebel at second with no one out, and David Calabrese coming up next.
This is his 3rd double as well in this series. And, his batting average not high, but just getting on base. Same with David Calabrese, who steps in. He's been on base in now 8 of his last 9.
Yeah, he's had a good series too. 5 of 12, had 3 hits last night. 219, 5 homers, and 10 driven in. This is right on left as Calabrese waits. And the first pitch to him. That one is sent into deep center field. It will hang up, though, for Trice. Goebel will tag. Trice makes the catch. Goebel bluffs from second, but he'll stay put, and that was the right move. Very strong throw from Trice. And Calabrese can't move the runner along. So 1 away. Here's Oscar Colas, 219, 13 homers, 33 driven in, and has 3 home runs in the series.
5 homers in his last 6 games, and the 2-homer game last night, a grand slam last Friday night, and up to 14 now on the season. 13 of those coming since May 30th.
By the way, he's got 6 home runs against, 7 home runs against these guys on the year. Bluffing at second is Goebel, the pitch. That one sent into right center. That's going to get down for a hit. Goebel at third. He'll come around and score. Stopping at first is Oscar Colas, and we're tied up at 1. For Oscar, his 34th RBI of the year, and he's been kind of an all-or-nothing guy at the plate. That time he wasn't all-or-nothing. He got a pitch he could handle, and he flared it into right center and picked up a routine RBI single.
Just threw the bat, and of course it was Josh Crouch who broke the news the other night in the post-game interview that Oscar's using that torpedo bat now, so not gonna it's all about comfortability, but he's enjoying that torpedo bat right now.
Here's Corey Holland, righty on righty. First pitch is down and away, a fastball. 1-0. Holland with 2 solo home runs last night, his first 2 as a Trash Panda. He's hitting .200 with 2 homers and 6 driven in. He bats cleanup and plays left. Travis Blankenhorn in the 5 spot out and right. David Mershon hits 6 and plays short. 1-0. And the fastball missed low. Oh no, he called it a strike. Boy, that was a close one too, down and away. It's 1-1. Josh Crouch, the aforementioned Josh Crouch, does the catching and hits 7th. Matt Kootenai will bat 8th and play 1st. Matt McCroskey hits 9th and will play 2nd. Righty on righty, Colas away at first, 2 of 2 in the stolen base department. 1-1. Swung on, hit foul, straight back to the screen. It will go to 1-2. Quickly, the defense for the Smokies, left to right, Wogu, Trice, and Palmer. Third to first, Murray, Rojas, Ramirez, and Aliendo. Behind the plate, Opitz, and again on the hill, Nick Dean, 1-4, a 5.90 ERA. That start he had against Rocket City on July 2nd, that was his only appearance against the Trash Pandas. Here's the 1-2. Down and away again with the changeup. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dean is out of Maryland. The University of Maryland, that is. Was third team All Big Ten in 2022, where his head coach was a guy named Rob Vaughn, the current head coach of the Crimson Tide. The set, 2-2. Changeup, tip, foul at home plate. That caught a piece of the catcher Opitz, but he's okay. Staying at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans, it's Friday, and it was Chicken Salad Chick that fed the Trash Pandas front office as part of its team feed program. Chicken Salad Chick offers delicious, scratch-made Southern-style favorites made fresh daily and served from the heart with more than a dozen flavors of chicken salad to choose from, plus sides, desserts, and more. There's something for everyone. 2-2 on Holland. Change up again, going to miss down. Well, actually, that was the curveball that time. His changeup and his curve are very similar. That pitch missed down and away, though. It will go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a payoff pitch due to Holland as the wind has died down. Another throw over, and this time Colas is back in safely. 1-1 your score. Holland now 3 of 11 for the series, including those 2 homers last night. Both of them went to left field. Open stance for Corey. Dean again throws over with almost threw that one away. It was in the dirt. Good job by Aliendo to knock it down with the backhand. So that'll be pickoff attempt number 2. Last year, Dean split time between both A-ball affiliates for the Cubs. That's Myrtle Beach and South Bend. Had a 3.57 ERA in 22 games. 3-2, runner goes. Pitch is skied into right. Colas finds the ball coming toward the line as Palmer drifting into foul ground. He'll make the catch. That'll be out number 2. Back to first goes Colas as Holland skies to right. 2 out, runner at first for Travis Blankenhorn. 192 with 8 homers and 23 driven in.
Good. Going back to Holland, going to mention that last night, those 2 home runs, his first, of course, as a Trash Panda, first multi-homer game since he was playing for Akron back in 2023. He was part of that Cleveland organization.
Righty on lefty, almost hit Blankenhorn that time as it went down and into the left-handed hitter. It's 1-0. Yeah, he's shown surprising pop. He only had 3 home runs at Salt Lake this season, which is odd when you consider the thin air out there. But he'll lead away from first. Holding the runner there is Aliendo. And the next pitch will be called a strike. That one low in the zone. Going to even at a ball and a strike. Good to see Travis back in there. He's missed the last couple of games. He's been in a prolonged slump. Averaged down to $1.92. 1-1, cut through and missed. Was a little out in front on the changeup. It'll go to a ball and 2 strikes. Travis just really hasn't been able to get going this season. He was besieged by injuries at the start of it, and we know he's a streaky hitter, and right now he's just on the downside of things. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Fastball high and away. Blankenhorn goes down swinging. Strikeout number 1 for Dean. Rocket City retired in the first inning, but they do get a run. It was earned on 2 hits, no errors in the frame, and 1 man left at first base. At the end of 1, tied at 1. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the top of the Northrop Grumman second inning, tied up at 1, Rocket City and Knoxville. Before we do that, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
First pitch fastball called a strike to Aliendo. It's 0-1. Pablo 206, 8 homers, 34 driven in, had that huge grand slam last night for Knoxville. Next offering down and in that time. That was a changeup, and we'll go to 1-1. Aldeguerri gave up an earned run in the first inning, a hit by pitch, a stolen base, and then an RBI double. Also struck out a batter last inning. Here's the 1-1. Fastball going to miss low. 2 balls and a strike on the right-handed hitting Aliendo, who has been with the Smokies the last 3 seasons now. Been impressive behind the plate defensively and has shown promise at the plate. Just hasn't been able to hit with consistency. 2-1. Fastball rolled to short. To his left to field. Oh, booted. And throw to first. That one's high. It gets away. Goes in the dugout. And that'll be a error on Mershon. He booted it, and then he tried to force the issue by throwing the ball to first. He airmailed Kootenai over there, and the ball bounced in the dugout. So that'll turn into a fielding error and a error on the throw as well. In fact, they could score this a double error.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could, but probably just going to be the one.
No, they're going to give him 2.
Wow. Okay.
So not how you want to start the inning. That was a routine play. Here's Jalen Palmer. They're going to pinch in at first to guard against a bunt. Lefty on righty. And the first pitch. That's a fastball that's going to miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. Palmer, 3 of 12 for the series. He has struck out 7 times. Aldeguerri. 1-0 on the way. That one cued to short. Now to a knee to field that one. Mershon throw to first. That one in time. Good play by David to bounce back after the boot. And more importantly, Palmer doesn't move the runner. So 6-3 on the putout. 1 away. Runner at second for Casey Opitz. Mershon up to the task. Shortstop. He can play short, second, or third, but shortstop is his natural position. 1 out for Opitz. 2-0-1 with 3 homers and 23 driven in. Lefty against righty, as Aldeguerri will go back to work. And the first pitch is on the way. There's a strike. It's 0-1 on the curveball. Opitz, like I said, hitting 201 for the year, but boy, you speak to any Arkansas Razorback fan, they are all about him. Mm-hmm. Arkansas is probably one of the best baseball schools in all the country. Next offering, that one flared into center field, moving over to his right, making a nice running catch is Calabrese. That'll be out number 2. Opitz caught it a little off the end of the bat, but Calabrese got a good jump, went to his right, and made the squeeze for the second out. Going back to second, Aliendo, and 2 out runner in scoring position for Jordan Wogu, 248, no homers, 23 RBI. But Arkansas, that's one of those schools where if you play as a Razorback, you are remembered forever. Doesn't matter if you're an all-SEC player or just another guy. They remember you because that is one of the more loyal fan bases in the country. Wogu waits, and it's 1-0 as the curveball misses outside. Jordan 0 for 6 in the series. This is a lefty on righty matchup as Aldeguerri comes set. The 1-0 to Wogu. Fastball down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Wogu is another one of those guys who has a lot of talent, but he's got to showcase it. No home runs on the season. I got to say that really surprises me because this is a well put together guy who should pack some punch. The right-handed hitter ready to go. And now a wheel towards second, but nothing going on over there.
Recruited to play linebacker in the kind of the mid-major of college football. And Eastern Michigan, ended up walking on playing baseball at Michigan.
3rd round pick by the Cubs. There's a pitch that's in for a strike, a curveball. It will go to 2-1.
Speaking of football players, Trent Richardson in the house throughout a first pitch today.
Got to know him a little bit at a Boy Scouts meeting over the winter. Really good guy. 2-1. Fastball. There's a strike. Caught the the lowest part really of the zone. It just nipped the black. It'll even at 2-2. But for Wogu, look at this. In 2021, 10 homers. 2022, 15. 2023, 16. And last year, hit 7. So he's been up and down, but he's produced. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt. That one going to skip past Crouch. He can't find the ball. It goes into the dugout. And stopping at third base will be Aliendo. So the ball bouncing all over the place. That one caromed into the third base dugout.
You like the Smokies' approach as that one kicks off that shin guard to Crouch and goes all the way to that dugout. But they've had a very good approach, as you talked about earlier. You know, Sam's had their number this year and then one start last year, an ERA below 1.5. But you can tell they're trying to attack him a little bit early. Well, not early, but they're being very patient with Aldegiri today.
3-2 lined into center. There's a base hit and an unearned run is going to score. In from third will be Pablo Aliendo, RBI number 24 for Wogu, and it's 2-1 Smokies. And that was actually a pretty good pitch. He went back to the curveball, kept it low, but able to go down and get it was Wogu, who again drives in his 24th run of the season. It's his first of the series. So 2-1 Smokies, and we'll go back to the top of the order, and Carter Trice. Lefty on righty against him as the pitch by Aldegiri. That one skied along the line and right. That'll tail onto the berm and go to 0-1.
He's going to be around 40 pitches when this inning's over, but look up and down, 10 pitch at bat, 7 pitch at bat, 6, 7, 4, 4. The last one was a 6 pitch at bat.
And the thing is, they're going after the first pitch. They've been aggressive, have the Smokies, but they're not necessarily putting it in play on the first pitch. As the 0-1 misses inside, it's even at a ball and strike, and they've had a good eye as well, working these deep counts as well. Aldegiri will go back to the rubber. Wogu can run. 19 of 25 in the stolen base department. Aldegiri from the letters, 1-1. Runner will go, pitches outside, throw to second. That one is not in time. Almost sliding off the bag was Wogu, but he's in there feet first. 20th stolen base of the year, and the count to 2-1 on Trice, who rolled to second his first time up.
No doubt this club wants to be aggressive early on. Their 3rd stolen base already. Really no discredit to Crouch. I thought he had a really nice throw there.
And a good tag as well by McCroskey. He was quick on it and made that play a lot closer than it should have been. 2-1. Down and in, missing with the slider. 3 balls and a strike to Carter Trice. You talked about his pitch count. Aldegiri, his season high is 103, so he's inching to the midway point with that. From the letters. And the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Helped him out that time. He chased a fastball high and tight. It was off the plate, and it will go to 3-2. So Sam, last couple of times he's been in this position, has not been afraid to throw the curveball. Will he try it again? Aldegiri peers back in. Payoff pitch. Swung, lobbed into right, but coming in is Blankenhorn. He'll slow up and make the catch. Trice lines out to right, and the side is retired. But the Smokies are back in front with a run. It's unearned. They do it on 1 hit. 2 big errors in the inning, and 1 man left on base. Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second coming up. It's 2-1 Smokies. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike three! You're out!
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Price for internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning, tied up at 1, Rocket City and Knoxville. Fans, shop TrashPandas.com has all the latest Rocket City Trash Pandas merchandise, the #1 merchandise in all of minor league baseball. Use code PandaFans at checkout for 15% off right now. Standing in will be Mershon. He'll try to bounce back after that double error that led to the go-ahead run for Knoxville the top half of this inning. Mershon 146 with a homer and 5 driven in. And Nick Dean starts him with a fastball that misses inside. It will go to 1-0.
How lucky have we been with the weather the last 3 days?
No kidding.
I mean,
Next pitch misses low. That'll go to 2 balls and no strikes.
Like an act of God earlier today with that thunderstorm. I mean, downtown Huntsville was hit really hard, but we stayed for the most part unscathed.
And you can see a beautiful sunset in the process as the fastball misses inside 3-0. Just about an hour 45 to our east. Chattanooga, they had to miss a couple of games this week due to weather. Here's the 2-0 by Dean, or the 3-0 by Dean. There's a strike, and it will go to 3-1. Mershon, 2 of 11 for the series, but he's also drawn 3 walks and stolen 2 bases. So when he's gotten on base, he has done some damage. 2-1 Knoxville as we play the bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning on a beautiful Friday evening in the Tennessee Valley. A look in by the right-hander. 3-1, lined into right. There's another hit. Went back to the fastball, kept it high, but that time Mershon kept the hands back, was able to poke it into right field. And yeah, it was a fastball, but only in there at 87. As a hitter, you got to discipline yourself to stay back, and that's what Mershon did.
So making an 8-game on-base streak now for Mershon. Came in with an on-base percentage in those 8 games of .387.
Yep. Josh Crouch will dig in. 205, 7 homers, 22 driven in. A lot of room on the right side for him as Mershon leads at first. And the pitch is lifted into deep left. Going back is Wogu on the track at the wall. He leaps and it's gone. Boy, he got a lot of height under that one, but you could tell off the bat the way the ball's carrying that it had a chance, and it just sailed beyond the reach of Jordan Wogu. That'll be home run number 8 for Crouch, RBI 23 and 24, and it's 3-2 Rocket City.
Big of a series as Josh had. That's, of course, the first long ball, but now 4 RBIs. He had those 2 critical 2-out RBIs in the game on Tuesday, and then now the long ball.
And he gets to wear the astronaut helmet as well. And here's what's amazing. He's got 8 home runs on the year, but he's really had limited playing time. He plays about twice a week, give or take, with Miles Emerson getting the lion's share behind the dish and offering his high. It's 1-0 to Matt Kootenai. When you don't get to play that often, 1, your timing gets thrown off, and number 2, you just don't get that many at-bats. Still, he's got 8 home runs now on the season. Kootenai chases the next offering and comes up empty. It's 1-1. Kootenai 095 with a homer and an RBI as Dean has been touched up here in the Northrop Grumman second. 1-1, roll deep first, sliding to his right. Aliendo backhanded stop. Nice play as he shovels to the pitcher. Dean covering 3-1 on the putout. And that'll be out number 1 in the Northrop Grumman second for Matt McCroskey, 183, no homers and 11 driven in. Fans, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. Right against right. And the first pitch is a strike, a fastball. It goes to 0-1. There's Morris Moriaka. Always loves himself a camera, doesn't he? Pitches in the dirt. It will go to a ball and a strike.
Oh, man. Hiroshi Morris Morioka. There's only one of those. He's one of one.
Yes.
There's no doubt. Love Morris.
Unique is a word.
Love Morris.
1-1 pitch. That's in the dirt as well. 2 balls and a strike to the right-handed hitting McCroskey, who's 1 of 8 for the series with a couple of strikeouts. By the way, Aliendo made that nice play. He's over at first, but he does a lot of catching for the Smokies. Pitch is tapped toward third. Into his left is Murray. Field throw. Did he hold the bag? Yes, he did. Able to stretch out again was Aliendo, and McCroskey is out 5-3. Second out of the Northrop Grumman second. We'll go back to the top of the order, and Ben Goebel, who doubled and came in to score last inning. But speaking of Cubs catchers, get well wishes to Miguel Amaya, who ran across first base and either turned an ankle or a knee, or he went down in a heap in last night's ball game for Chicago, had to be carted off the field. Former Smoky. First pitch is a curveball that's in the dirt, 1-0. He caught the first ever game in Toyota Field history for the Smokies back in 2021 in this ballpark. Swing and a miss. Change up that time. Fooled was Goebel. 1 ball and 1 strike. 3-2 Rocket City. The runs are still coming across like they did last night. Another changeup going to miss inside and go to 2-1 on the right-handed hitter.
Quietly, it's really amazing, but since July 1st, that was Rocket City's 32nd home run in 37 games.
Fastball going to miss down and away. 3 balls and a strike, and there was a spell there where the ball was not leaving the yard at all for Rocket City, especially early in the season, but guys have muscled up as the year has gone along. 3-1, grounded deep short, ranging to his right. Rojas, off balance throw. The short hop in time to end the inning. What a play by Rojas, and a great pick at first as well by Aliendo. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Great play on both ends as Goebel is out 6-3. Rocket City, though, with 2 runs. They're both earned on the 2-run homer by Crouch. That was one of 2 hits in the inning. No errors, no one left. At the end of the Northrop Grumman second, 3-2 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
At Northrop Grumman, their products define possible as they help customers defend the homeland, launch critical payloads into space, enable scientific exploration, return astronauts to the moon, and protect the warfighter. Yet their dedication goes beyond their products as they support the workforce, their families, our veterans, and our hometowns. Together, we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. That's defining possible. Northrop Grumman, defining the future.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A-game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1-year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with Queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the top of the Beds Express third inning, 3-2. Trash Pandas have taken the lead and 2 up for Knoxville. It will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Ramirez, Joyce, and Murray against Sam Aldeguerri. First pitch. There's a strike as he fired a fastball. It will go to 0-1. So far it's been a little bit of a struggle for Sam. He's allowed 2 runs, 1 earned on 2 hits. A double error did him in last inning as the pitch bounced up the middle, 2-2, just to the right of the bag, fielding it on 2 hops is McCroskey. He'll flip it over to first in time. Ramirez is out 4-3 after he was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored a run in the first. 1 out in the Beds Express third for Corey Joyce, who lined out to right his first time up. Joyce, we've talked a little bit about him in this series. He'll dig in out of Lexington.
Virginia?
No. As the pitch is low, 1-0. Of course, everyone knows it's the most popular Lexington out there. North Carolina. Not Kentucky, not Tennessee, certainly not Virginia. Pitch is fouled off to the right. It's 1-1, which, by the way, Lexington, Virginia, the home of 2 of the most renowned institutions in the country, Virginia Military Institute, also known as VMI, as well as Washington and Lee. Pitch is hit foul off to the right. It'll go to a ball and 2 strikes. The Lee in that is in reference to Robert E. Lee, who led the Confederacy during the Civil War and later became the president of the school. As the count is at a ball and 2 strikes for Joyce. Lefty on righty. Off the line at first is Kootenai. And the 1-2. Kind of even at 2 balls and 2 strikes as the pitch missed in the dirt. Last year, actually, Joyce and Crouch, they are exchanging pleasantries, I'm sure. Former teammates last season. Both were in the Tigers organization as the 2-2 swung on, drilled along the line and right. That'll tail foul, though, onto the berm and stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last season, Joyce played for he played for 3 affiliates for the Tigers. Single A Lakeland, Double A Erie, and Triple A Toledo. Hit .221 with a homer and 15 RBIs across 25 games. 2-2, that in the dirt again. So another deep count here for Aldegheri as it will run full to 3 balls and 2 strikes on the slider. Joyce played at North Carolina Central. That's a HBCU school in Durham, North Carolina. 3-2. Swung and tapped foul over by the third base on deck circle where B.J. Murray is standing. I'm going to say at 3 balls and 2 strikes, they're a member of the MEAC as North Carolina Central. I know in years past it was Florida A&M that really ran that conference. They've moved to the SWAC since then.
Of course, Joyce in the Tigers organization last year, he and Josh Crouch played together a bit in Erie.
3-2 on the way. And that misses high and away. That was a fastball. And that'll be a walk by Aldegheri. That'll be his first of the game, which frankly is a bit of a surprise considering how many deep counts he has had. But that'll be a free pass to Joyce. Walk number 1, 1 on with 1 out for B.J. Murray, who drove in a run with an RBI double his last time up. He also stole third base. This is going to be one of those games where Aldegheri is going to have to grind it. First pitch, runner will go, and the pitch is inside. Throw to second. That one is late. Head first dive by Joyce. His first stolen base of the game. He's now 14 of 15 in that department. And a runner at second with the count 1-0 on Murray. And here's the deal. Third stolen base for the Smokies. Each time, or actually it's their 4th, each time they've gotten a great job. It's not on Crouch. It's really on Aldegheri.
It's great scouting. Whenever they've scouted on Sam Aldegheri, it's working well for them.
A 1-0. There's a fastball. That's called a strike. Just clip the black. Even at 1-1, you would think with a left-hander out there it would be harder to get a read. But like you said, they've scouted well. And, of course, they've seen him several times, so they know what to expect. 1-1 on Murray. Here's the next pitch. Instead of throw to second and diving in head first is Joyce. Now, you look up and down this Smokies lineup. They have a lot of speed, but they really spread it out nicely. You got Ramirez, 27 stolen bases now, Joyce with 14, and then Murray with 13. Those are your 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Here's the set again. The 1-1 is a fastball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Jalen Palmer, he bats 7th. He's got 18. And then in the 9 hole is Wogu. He's got 20 stolen bases now. So it's not just that they have a lot, but there's really no breathing room when it comes to their lineup in terms of lack of speed. 2-1 on the right-handed hitter. Aldegari kicks and delivers, and the pitch is flared into left field. But boy, a lot of carry to that ball. Near the track, making the catch is Holland. Staying at second will be Joyce. That's out number 2. Off the bat, I thought that was going to be a routine fly ball, but like we said, the ball is carrying, and it sent Holland about a step shy of the warning track.
I don't know if the ball's just playing more fair right now or what, but you know, it's kind of nice to see the ball jump a little bit. I know last night was a long game. We had a lot of walks, but I like to see a game that had some home runs. Change the game with one swing of the bat.
Here's Jefferson Rojas, called out on strikes his first time. Left against right in the first pitch. There's a curve and there's a strike. It's 0-1. Rojas with that strikeout, now 2 of 11 for the series. The right-handed batter will dig back in. Here's the set. Next pitch. That one in the dirt. Crouch can't find it. Now he does, and staying at second is Joyce. It didn't scamper away far enough, and the count will even at a ball and a strike. Again, Crouch with a 2-run homer last inning to give Rocket City the lead. Here's a look at that last pitch. By the way, go ahead. I made one mistake. I said that Rojas was 21. He's actually 20 years old, and he just turned 20 earlier this year, or it was back in April.
Chance to see him make that fantastic play last inning.
Check of second. Here's the 1-1. And another curve missed low. Going to go to 2 balls and a strike. The number 3 Cubs prospect, number 61 overall throughout Major League Baseball. Basically, he's basically their Nelson Rada. That's a good way to describe it. Signed for $1 million in January of 2022. The 2-1 on the way. Fastball popped up into shallow right, drifting out Kootenai over McCroskey. McCroskey calling everyone off. He'll make the catch about 10 yards into the shallow right field grass. And that time, Aldegari able to pitch out of trouble as Rojas pops out to second. In the Beds Express third inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom of the Beds Express third coming up. Rocket City leading at 3-2. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services delivers professional lawn care, mosquito and flea tick control around Toyota Field. Creating a winning lineup of lawns at homes across Huntsville and Madison County, TDI Services pledges home run lawn care and pest service with our innovative biological practices, using fewer chemicals as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call 888-556-7985 to transform your lawn and save.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the Beds Express third inning. Rocket City leading the Smokies 3-2. Fans slide into Beds Express for a winning night's sleep, official mattress partner of your home team dreams. Calabrese followed by Colas and Holland here in the third for Rocket City. And first pitch to David is a strike. It's 0-1 from Nick Dean, who has scuffled through the first 2 frames, allowing 3 runs on 4 hits. Calabrese lined out to center his first time, and he chases the changeup that's cut through and missed. It will go to no balls and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitter. So far, David, like I mentioned, having a good series, 5 of 13 to this point, as he's trying to cobble together a nice streak here to in this season. Third-year Trash Panda. Well off the line at third is Murray by about 30 feet. Next pitch called strike 3. And yeah, that was a fastball on the lower inside corner. Boy, look at that sunset. Isn't that pretty? That's behind us. As that'll be out number 1. Calabrese rung up. Strikeout number 2 for Dean. And out number 1 in the Beds Express third inning for Oscar Colas, who drove in a run with a single his last time. That's the thing when you get rain on these summer days, when they clear apart, you usually have remarkable sunsets, as the first pitch is a changeup for a strike 0-1.
Cleans the air, too.
Lord knows we need that.
It was humid today.
Pitch cut through and missed. That was a fastball high and away. Going to go to 0-2 on Colas as Dean's starting to work into a groove here. He's now retired the last 4 men he's faced. 0-2 on the way. That pitch will miss down and away and go to a ball and 2 strikes. I mentioned that he pitched at Maryland. They've become a pretty prominent program, especially during Rob Bond's tenure. Here's the 1-2. Fastball high and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I remember when they were in the ACC, and they were, frankly, an afterthought when it came to baseball. Barely any tradition or excitement around that program. That has changed drastically. As the pitch is down and in, that'll be another changeup, going to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dean working very quickly here as he'll go from the first base side of the rubber. And the 3-2. And just missed high. That was ball 4. That should have been strike 3. It was a changeup. It caught the upper part of the zone. Elliot Melton gets an earful from the Smokies third base dugout. And that'll be a 1-out walk to Colas. That'll be the first walk of the game by Dean.
The only thing with that pitch is so Casey Opitz kind of reach up there at the last second, which could have coerced that call.
Here's Holland, righty on righty. Short lead at first, and the delivery. Fastball, there's a strike. It will go to 0-1 on Corey, who flew out to right his first time up. Dean, a native of Philadelphia, split time between Myrtle Beach and South Bend a season ago. Next offering, swing and a miss. Slider that time, threw it down and in and over the top went Holland. It's quickly at 0-2. A 19th round selection of the Cubs in 2023. Near the line at third is Murray. From the belt, the 0-2. Swung on and lifted into right center. Easy play for Palmer coming in. He'll make the catch as flying to right is Holland. Back to first goes Colas. And 2 outs in the Beds Express third. Runner at first with Travis Blankenhorn headed to the plate and Rocket City leading it 3-2. Travis struck out swinging his first time. So he'll stand in. By the way, Dean, his last outing was on August the 9th. Only went 2 innings against Biloxi. He had been on the shelf for about a month. First pitch in the dirt. That was a changeup. It's 1-0. Allowed 3 runs on 3 runs on 3 hits in that ball game. It was a 4-2 Biloxi win. He took the loss. Away at first is Colas. Next offering. Down and in. Almost hit him with a curveball. 2-0, and Blankenhorn should see a pitch to hit. Ton of room on the left side again. Well off the line at third is Murray. Next offering. There's a strike. Another changeup. It'll go to 2-1. He actually hung that one up there, but Blankenhorn chose to lay off. 2-1 the count. Dean from the belt. Next delivery. Fastball fouled straight back. It's going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes as that time running it up there was Dean. Wanted to change up speeds on Blankenhorn. It's now at 2-2 and he has a chance to end the inning. 3-2 Trash Pandas as we play the bottom of the third. Here's the set. Next offering. Swing and a miss. Beautiful changeup that time. Fooled badly was Blankenhorn. He's down swinging. That one at 78 miles an hour. And Rocket City is put away in the Beds Express third inning. Strikeout number 3 for Dean, his second of the inning. For the Trash Pandas, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 3. It's 3-2 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the top of the 4th inning, 3-2 Rocket City leading Knoxville as due up for the Smokies. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Aliendo followed by Palmer and Opich. The first pitch is a strike, 0-1. For those of you on radio, we'll keep you up to date on what's happening on the field, but we want to welcome in our sponsors for this top of the 4th inning as the next pitch by Aldagiri is outside. It's 1-1 with Local IQ. It is Alex Romei who's joining us. Alex, great to have you with us.
Good to be here.
Great to have you on board with Trash Pandas Baseball this season as Aldagiri will look in for the sign and the 1-1 pitch. That one slapped into left field. That'll be a base hit for Aliendo and a good start to the 4th inning for the Smokies. 1 on with no one out for Jalen Palmer. So Local IQ, I think a lot of people have heard of it, might not know everything about it. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about you guys?
So Local IQ is the digital marketing arm of Gannett, which owns USA Today, which is one of the largest publications in the nation. We own 246 publications nationwide locally. A close publication to here would be the Tennessean, which is actually one of the largest entertainment publications in the world. So we get a lot of people, a lot of traction for music, right? Because Broadway has become the land of all music industry. So vicinity-wise, Huntsville is a really important city to our company, and we want to be here to help the local businesses, such as the Trash Pandas, with any of their marketing, and really now it's AI, right? Yeah. Like AI is very important, and we want to make sure that when people are searching for your business, that you show up in those AI search results.
Right.
So, yeah.
So the count now 1-1 as Palmer, who rolled to short his first time, stands in. Runner leads at first, and the next offering by Aldagiri. Now will be shot off to the right. It goes to a ball and 2 strikes. How has AI impacted the newspaper industry, let's just say over the last 3 years or so?
You know, I would say AI, it impacted our industry first with search engine marketing, which is when you're on Google and you want your business to be found on Google. Somebody's going to search for HVAC or something like that.
Right.
I need an HVAC guy, and then you need your business to show up so you are competitive in that space. So originally AI was kind of helping with effectively and efficiently getting those listings at a cheap cost. But it's really changed the way everything is, because that was a kind of basic AI.
Yeah.
Now we've got thinking AI, which more or less is like you and me. Like,
right.
You can have a conversation with these AI bots now that feels as natural as you and me sitting here today. So the way that that's impacting our industry right now is that we recently partnered with Perplexity AI, and that's going to help with authoritative voices showing up in AI search results, right? Because you want to make sure that, I'm sure people have done it before, they'll search something online on Google, they'll get an AI answer, and that answer might not be correct.
Right.
It could just have some, they call it like daydreaming, right? Mm-hmm. Or hallucinating are terms that you'll probably hear.
A walk by Aldegiri as Palmer will reach. Go ahead, sir.
So what that is that the AI thinks that it's giving you the right answer. Well, Perplexity looks to fix that by giving you cited sources, right? Mm-hmm. So every time you ask a question, Perplexity provides a source to that. So it's going to be really important for people to have, again, an authoritative voice in saying that what you're actually searching for is the truth. Like, we hear that a lot today, truth, right? Well, your local publications are responsible for most of the truth that you're looking for online or anywhere in the world, right? Like, it's so important to support your local journalism because those are the people that are in the trenches trying to dig up the actual truth for anything that matters. And that could be from, maybe there's a contractor, right, that you think you're about to hire, but you find out that contractor guy has been, sued in 4 other states or whatever, right? Like, you need to have access to real information that protects the consumer, but it also protects the company because you don't want competitors out there stating things that aren't true on their website and they get to show up higher than your business. No, you want to be partnered with companies that are giving the truth. Mm-hmm. And USA Today is one of the most trusted platforms in the country. So I think that's where AI is going for us right now. There's other things behind the scenes that we're doing internally, but what matters to the consumer, to the business owner, and to the potential customer, right? Like, you want to make sure that you're getting the truth and that you know who you can trust.
Let me ask this, and I think there's a lot of people out there who they hear AI and there's a fear, right? Because you're thinking to yourself, okay, if it's thinking like us and talking like us and doing what we do, could it ultimately replace me within my workspace? As Aldegiri will check second, and the 1-1 is on the way, and that's down and in. In fact, it hit the batter. That'll hit Opitz, and the bases are going to be loaded with no one out as Aldegiri in some trouble here in the 4th inning. What would you say to people who are fearful of AI and AI maybe taking their jobs?
Well, I'll have to take my tinfoil hat off because I have a lot of thoughts and opinions around that, but some of the things that I know to be true is if everybody loses their job because of AI, that means people don't have any money to spend on anything. And so if you've used AI for your whole company and you've replaced all your workers, who's going to buy whatever you're selling?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you won't have anybody. So I think that there will probably be some legislation that comes in that protects us because we can't live in a society where everything is done by something that has no skin in the game, right? Like an AI system, it doesn't earn anything, it doesn't produce anything, and it doesn't consume anything other than energy. And that consumes a lot of energy. So
pitch is skied into shallow right, charging in. Blankenhorn still coming, makes the catch. Everyone will have to stay put. It was shallowly hit. Wogu flies out to right. That'll be out number 1. Bases are still loaded with 1 away. For Carter Trice, who's 0-2, a ground out to second, and a line out to right. Again, Alex Romei of Local IQ joining me. But you were saying, sir?
Where were we?
Well, you were talking. And you made a good point. What you're talking about is if you lose the entire workforce because of AI, who's going to buy what, and how are you going to make money as a business owner?
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's the way I think. I think all technology should be a convenience to us, the humans. And so as soon as that convenience becomes inconvenience, then we will look to either eliminate it, regulate it, or figure out a way to better use it, right? It's so new, but there's so much investment. Anybody that follows the stock market can see that it's going where AI is going, right? So if AI goes down, so does the stock market. So there's a lot of money behind it, so it can't fail, right? So they're not going to do something, these companies and this technology, I just don't think they're going to do something that severely impacts humanity in a negative way. It should impact it in a positive way to make our lives easier.
Sure.
I mean, I love it for the convenience aspect of doing things that could take me hours. I can do in a few minutes, right? I love it for that, but also I've gotten myself into some heat where I've used it and I put something out there that wasn't true. Right. And I checked my work. I thought that I was right, and it hallucinated on me, right? And so it's kind of like Ronald Reagan.
But at the end of the day, you're going to need some type of human to be able to correct that anyway.
Exactly. And so that's another thing that I think is coming I know that's coming. It's happening in our own company at Gannett, but it's like Ronald Reagan, right? If you ever remember that saying, he used to say, trust but verify. What's going to end up happening is that, yes, the AI is going to do the bull work for us, right? It's going to do a lot of the thinking that just takes time for us. Now, we can do it ourselves, too, but we'll know how that works. It'll just do it for us quicker. Same way as a calculator, right? Calculators didn't replace mathematicians. Right? AI isn't going to replace every worker, but it is going to it's going to impact industry. You just make sure that you're the master of AI and AI isn't the master of you. So I encourage anybody that's listening to go out there and research AI as much as you can. Do some research on Perplexity, the company that we partnered with. It's one of the number one AI, resources that there is. The others are like ChatGPT. You've got Claude, which is another really, really technical AI. Really cool if you wanted to build apps, right? Because Claude can do all of the computing and the engineering that some people would have to work, 10 years at to get as good as this technology can get. So, again, like maybe people were gatekept from doing certain jobs. Now they can do those things without having to necessarily do all the studying, the licensing, the certifications, right?
What I would say is this, though, because we're so reliant, and by the way, the count at 1 and 2 bases are still loaded with 1 out, Rocket City up 3-2. I would say the one thing that does concern me somewhat is that we are so reliant on technology that if something goes down, if something happens, if we have to rely on ourselves, I think to myself like this: what did I do before I had email? Like, how did I send information to someone? Well, you either call them or you send them or you mail them a letter or whatever it is. There are a lot of people who don't think like that, and they become so reliant they can't really fend for themselves.
Right. No, I think there's always going to be a place for people that detach from technology in general. Studies show that those people are happier.
Yes, probably.
So I will never fault someone for not wanting to jump into it.
Albigiri to home for 1, to first for 2.
That is out.
That'll be a 1-2-3 double play, and that's going to end the inning. And after all that, no runs for the Smokies in the top of the 4th. Alex, before I let you go, where can we learn more about Local IQ?
So you can go to localiq.com. If you're really just interested in AI, go to usatoday.com. Look up our partnership with Perplexity. I think a lot of people will find it very useful in the next coming years. Again, just want people to look for the truth, right? Not every podcast you listen to is correct. Not every person on TV you listen to is correct. But what we're trying to achieve is getting as truthful as we can, so everybody feels informed and just comfortable with where they're going in their lives, right?
All right. Alex, thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is a 3-3 ball game. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Cliff Farm in in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 4th inning, tied up at 3, Rocket City and Knoxville. Here to give you the play-by-play, AI Chris Harris.
Man, if I could just switch on the AI version, we should have done that in the first 3 innings last night. Gotten through all those 12 walks in the first few innings. You know what's
funny? And you can tell Alex very passionate about that, and he should be, and good for him. How much AI do you use to compose these game notes every night?
You know, I do use a little bit here and there just to compile data and to concise things. I think one of the things I've used Grammarly with the most is the issues a walk there to start the inning. And here comes Josh Crouch as Mershon's on base again. Taking some things that are longer, like say my game recaps from the night before, to condense them. I'll put them in there and let it shorten it to just a paragraph or so. Take it out towards second base. Mershon, he'll get in there with a stolen base, so a walk and a steal, and that go-ahead run quickly out there into scoring position. Well, it has helped a lot. The different algorithms that MILB is using to help compile the game notes every day has been extremely helpful. So runner in scoring position, showing bunt is Crouch, and he bunts one off of his body in the batter's box. And so Crouch will have an 0-2 count now. He homered his last time up to left field, a 2-run shot, which gave Rocket City a 3-2 lead. And again, the free passes have not been kind to Rocket City. They've issued 2 walks, and Aldeguerri has hit 3 batters in this ball game. An error has not helped the cause as well, but it's still just a 3-3 game. We still got lots of baseball left to be played. Check towards second base by Nick Dean, and he steps off the mound. On deck is Matt Kootenai. So Mershon takes his lead out there at second base. The pitch on the way. Fastball right to below the kneecap. A 90-mile-an-hour pitch by Dean, and he takes it for ball 1. Game 3. Take that back, game 4 of this 6-game series. Here tonight, the 1-2 pitch. Foul back over us, staying out of play. Good swing, good hack that time by Josh. Of course, we started out with those 2 shutout victories. The Trash Pandas started out with a 5-0 win on Tuesday, 5-0 win on Wednesday. Then last night was that 8-6 victory for Knoxville. Here's a 1-2 again to Josh at a check swing and a miss that time. He tried to hold his swing on that 82-mile-an-hour slider, but he could not. And searching for a sword that time was Dean. He got it, and that's strikeout number 4 for the Smokies right-hander. And here comes Matt Kootenai, who has 1 home run. And is 0 for 1 today. 0 for 4 in the series is Kootenai. Bottom portion of this lineup for Rocket City. Would put it past Mershon to try and steal third base. He's already stolen second. By the way, that was his 12th stolen base with Rocket City this year, as Kootenai takes low for ball 1. Good crowd tonight. Really is filled in nicely. I'm sure some folks are making sure that rain had gotten past before heading out to the ballpark.
Also going up against week 0 of high school football.
Yeah. 1-0 pitch. It's a called strike over the inside corner, but it was below the zone, so a beneficial call there. And the count evens on Kootenai. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's really hard to believe that it's that time for high school football. 1-1 pitch. Instead, a check on Mershon out there at second base, and he dives back in safely.
By the way, this is Tommy Romero into the game for the Smokies after Dean went the first 3 innings, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 4 hits with 1 walk, I should say, and 3 strikeouts.
1-1 from Romero, grounded down that first base side, picked up over there by Aliendo. He'll take it himself, and that is out number 2. So over to third base, though, goes Mershon. He's on the doorstep at third for Matt McCroskey, who grounded out his first time up. Final line. You gave the final line on Dean, yeah.
I just want to get us caught up.
Yeah.
And again, thank you to all of you on the radio side for bearing with us through the interview.
Swinging a ground ball down the third base line. Backhanded stab by Murray. Fires it across the diamond and in time. Not an easy play that time. McCroskey bounces out to third to end the bottom half of the 4th inning. 5-3 on the putout. And the Pandas will strand that go-ahead run 90 feet away at third base. So no runs, no hits, 1 left. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Still tied 3-3, Rocket City and Knoxville. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up. At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Here we go to the top of the 5th inning from Toyota Field on a really nice Friday night for baseball. And some pretty severe weather here in the area this afternoon, late afternoon, as a liner is hit foul down that left field line and out of play off the bat of Corey Joyce. Facing off against left-hander Sam Aldegari, who's trying to get through this 5th inning. He has thrown now 82 pitches in the game. Off-speed pitch misses down and away that time to Joyce. Joyce is walked. He is 0 for 1, has a stolen base. They tied the game in the 4th on a bases-loaded hit by pitch to Carter Trice, as he delivers a pitch up in the zone that time, but he got the call on a curveball. So it was Trice who drew that bases-loaded hit by pitch. 1, 2, 3 free passes in that 4th inning from Aldegari as he misses away with a four-seam fastball at 91 miles an hour. There is a little bit of a stirring now in that Rocket City bullpen. Used 6 pitchers in last night's ball game. 2-2. Swing and a hit foul off that front left foot. The big performance, I thought, was Dylan Phillips. 3 2/3 scoreless, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout last night. He had 2 scoreless from Camden Manasseh. Roman Fansalker able to pitch a scoreless inning as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Joyce. Aldegari out of the windup and the pitch. And it sails upstairs again with that fastball. And he's run the count full now. It's 3-2. Leadoff man here in the top half of the 5th inning. Rocket City getting another home run here tonight from Josh Crouch. And he misses away again with a fastball. And he walks Joyce for the second time tonight. That'll be the third walk issued by Aldegary to go along with 3 hit by pitches. That's a plus an error has led to those 3 runs. Well, the runs that have scored, the one in the first reached on a hit by pitch. The one in the second reached on an error. It was an unearned run. In fact, 2 errors. In the fourth inning, a leadoff single by Pablo Aliendo ended up scoring thanks to 2 hit by pitches and a walk. Murray takes a ball high. 1 ball, no strikes on BJ, who is 1 for 2, double back in the first inning. 1-0 pitch. Fouled away on that first base side. He doubled in the run, picked up his, 73rd RBI now for BJ Murray. A great year. Just about 10 days with an injury, but back in their lineup now. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit well, deep towards left field. Holland going back, and that one will land in the bullpen for a 2-run home run from B.J. Murray Jr. And they break the tie and now lead it 5-3 as they have their first lead of the ball game. That's home run number 17, RBIs number 74 and 75. What a year it's been for B.J. Murray. Well, it's now 5-3, Smokies on top. Base is empty now for the 20-year-old Jefferson Rojas, who takes a first pitch low, and you saw, I believe, left-hander Nick Jones, who was warming up in the bullpen. Murray now 75 RBIs to lead the league. Here's a fly ball out towards center field. As the catch is made out there in center by Calabrese. And with 1 away, here comes Pablo Aliendo. Aliendo reached on an error back in that second inning, had a single in the fourth. Remember, he had that grand slam home run in the first inning last night after the bases loaded walk. Aliendo. First pitch, a strike to him. And the pitch swung on and missed. Good off-speed delivery that time from Sam. What he wants to do here on 0-2. The 0-2 from Sam. Lays off the off-speed pitch that time. Went back to the slider at 82. Aldegary now above 95 pitches. This will be pitch number 97 coming right here. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He strikes out Aliendo, just his second punch out of the ball game. And that'll bring up Jalen Palmer. We'll see if he gets one more batter here. If Andy Schatzley and pitching coach Michael Wirtz allow him to finish this inning potentially. Looks like they will, as his pitch count nears the century mark. Here's the first offering now to Jalen Palmer. And the first pitch is a ball low. Tell it's just not been a night in which Aldegary's had his best stuff. He has battled his way into this fifth inning. The 1-0. And it misses outside. It's tough sometimes when you issue, kind of like last night. I mean, this level of baseball, when you start giving out those free passes, they're going to make you pay at this level. Both teams have 4 hits, 5 runs on 4 hits for the Smokies, 3 runs on 4 hits for Rocket City. Here's a liner down the right field line, and that's trouble. That's going to get down and roll as Blankenhorn knocks it down, picks it up. Strong turnaround first base by Palmer. He'll stay there. So a single for Jalen Palmer, and that'll extend the inning now for Casey Opitz, who has been hit by a pitch and flied out so far today. And here comes manager Andy Schatzley. 2 outs, 1 in. 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 And that's going to be it for Sam Aldegari. So he will exit after 100 pitches, 101 pitches thrown from Sam Aldegari tonight. And they'll turn it over to the Rocket City bullpen. So Aldegari exits after 4 2/3 innings. Right now, he's allowed 5 runs, 4 of them being earned runs. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is when we come back. As you listen and watch Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network, and Valley Live.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build strong communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Chris Harris with you, along with Josh Carey. Brody Hogan is producing tonight's ball game. And the new pitcher for Rocket City is Jake Smith. As he makes his home debut, 6'4", 190 pounds, 25 years old, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, former 6th-round pick in 2021 out of Miami, Florida. Runner takes off towards second base, and getting there safely is Palmer. That'll be his 19th stolen base. That's the 5th stolen base of the game for the Smokies. That takes the force out of play at second base. 5-3, Smokies on top. In the top of the 5th inning, a 2-run home run by B.J. Murray put Knoxville on top for the first time tonight. You can hear the Arsenal. Something going on over there, testing something. Casey pitch with a hitter's count now. 2 balls and no strikes. Smith, 25 years old. His 3rd appearance for Rocket City as he misses upstairs with a slider. Joined us on August 2nd, part of that big day of roster moves on August the 2nd. That was one of 16 moves made that day. 29 games for Tri-City this year as he hits the inside corner at the knees. A strike, a 4-seam fastball at 94. 42 innings. He was 3-3 there, a 4.50 ERA, 5 saves and 5 chances, also 49 strikeouts. With Tri-City, the 3-1 pitch swung on, fouled off of Crouch, and then goes off the netting. I think that rattled his mask on the way through that foul ball. It's a full count, 3-2 on Opitz. Smith pitched twice in the series in Columbus. 2 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Played at 3 different schools in the state of Florida in his college career. The 3-2 payout pitch misses high and outside, ball 4. 94-mile-an-hour fastball misses. And that is going to put runners at first and second base now. 2 outs in this top of the 5th inning for Jordan Wogu, who is 1 for 2 so far. RBI single back in the 2nd, and also had a stolen base. Smith started his college career at the State College of Florida. That was in 2019. Then went to Chipola College. 2020, of course, that was the pandemic year. Some liners hit down that right field line and off the screen foul. 0-1 on Jordan Wogu. Then finished up his college career at Miami. He was drafted by the Angels. Of course, he was previously selected out of high school by the Phillies in 2018. That was in the 21st round. Chose to go to college instead. Became a 6th-round pick in 2021 by the Angels. Fastball sales high that time at 95. Count evens on Wogu. 1 ball, 1 strike. .126 total games with Tri-City, 10 starts in his first 2 seasons. There's a strike to Wogu, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. Came up for a brief period of time last year, made 2 appearances for the Trash Pandas at the end of last year. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just misses off the inside corner. That was an 83-mile-an-hour curveball. Five to 3 Smokies now. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up into shallow left field. He jammed him that time. Backpedaling onto the outfield grass and making the catch in shallow left field is David Mershon for the 3rd out. So the side is retired. 2 pitchers in the inning for Rocket City. And the Smokies get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. And they'll leave 2 runners on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Rocket City now looking up at Knoxville. They trail at 5-3. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A-game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Back here at Toyota Field, we make our way to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Ben Goebel leads things off the top of the lineup here. As the first offering to him is a called strike, and it's 0-1. Romero back for his 2nd inning of work for the Smokies. Taking over for Nick Dean, who started the game. As the pitch is fouled away down that first base side by Ben. Goebel in the ball game today so far has doubled, and he was robbed of an infield base hit by the great shortstop Jefferson Rojas. He made a tremendous play. Nice play by a fan down there. He's from Coleman. 0-2 pitch. Hit sky high out towards deep left center field. Going to stay in the yard. As over to get it, the center fielder Trice. He'll make that catch. And 1 down here in the 5th inning. Well, tomorrow we have another great giveaway for you here at Toyota Field. The first 1,000 kids will receive that youth space jersey. And that space jersey has been one of the ones I know folks have been looking forward to tomorrow. First pitch will be at 6:35. First pitch is tap foul there by David Calabrese. First 1,000 fans at 17 and under get that U-Space jersey. It's presented by Nucor Tubular. 0-1 the count, the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed there by Calabrese. On Sunday, we've got Faith and Family Day, presented by Cross Point Church. Also, of course, the pregame autographs. And postgame Kids Run the Bases, presented by Lister Hill. No balls, 2 strikes on Calabrese. The pitch to him. Swung on, fouled straight back. And out of play. It'll be a 2:35 start on Sunday to wrap up this homestand. Then after this homestand, only 2 remaining. 0-2 pitch is downstairs to David. Good at bat. Once again from Calabrese. Tommy Romero, the 6'2", 220-pound right-hander from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, delivers, and it's fouled away down that left field line. Another great at-bat by Calabrese. Romero's 28 years old, went to Eastern Florida State, signed this year with the Cubs. As Romero delivers a 1-2. Swung on and again hit foul down that third base left field line into the seats for a souvenir. Near catch over there. It's always the person that gets their hand on the ball first that takes the lick that ends up not getting the baseball. So a great at bat here by Calabrese. Second appearance for Romero with the Smokies. Second inning of work tonight, the 1-2. Swinging a tapper foul on this first base side. Got that song Staying Alive in my head as Calabrese trying to get something going here with 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. Laid down a gorgeous bunt. He had 3 hits last night. Takes a pitch low that time. It's 2-2 now. That was a changeup at 85 miles an hour from Romero. AAA Iowa. This year he was 0-3 with an 8.54 ERA in 39 innings. 2-2. Ground ball softly hit down the first base line, rolling and picked up at the last second, and a bang play at first. But just putting the foot on the bag at first is Aliendo for the second out. Calabrese hustling down that line, and he made it a close play over there at first base, but he's retired. That was a good at bat by David, and now here comes Oscar Colas. After the fly out to center by Goebel, and a ground out by Calabrese. First on the way to Oscar, sails high and away. How about Oscar Colas on base 2 more times here today? A single and a RBI back in the first inning. He walked in the third. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. And he swings and misses. He's using that torpedo bat now. I don't know if we can get a shot of his bat. And of course made headlines at the beginning of the Major League season because a lot of the Yankees were using it. Distributes a lot of that, makes that barrel bigger basically. A lot of extra wood down there at the end of the barrel. Your handle getting jammed, you're not as apt to bloop a base hit, but it extends that barrel at the end, and that's something Oscar Colas is using now. That torpedo bat. The 2-1. And it's a high strike that time to him. It's all about comfortability. Almost, they call it a torpedo bat is because it has that extra thickness there. Right on the barrel. 2 balls, 2 strikes to pitch. Swung on and missed. And he comes up empty on that swing. That was a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Romero. And the side is retired as Rocket City goes in order for the first time tonight. We played 5 complete here at Toyota Field on to the top of the 6th inning. with Rocket City trailing Knoxville 5-3. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Price for Internet 300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments. The firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves. Because every milestone matters. And we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
I had my chance to catch a T-shirt. Oh, man, a little Morris Morioka down there shooting out T-shirts between innings. He was launching them, too. I could have had that. Should have given an effort. Well, we go to the top of the sixth inning. It's 5-3. Knoxville on top. As Carter Trice, top of the lineup here for Knoxville. As a right-hander goes back to work. And the pitch is high for a ball that time to Trice. Jake Smith back to work after Sam Aldegari. Final official line on Sam. We'll give you that here in just a second. 1-1 pitch on the way to Trice. And he misses outside with it. It's 2 balls and a strike. So Sam Aldegari went 4 2/3 innings. Allowed 5 runs on 5 hits. 4 of those earned. Walked 3, struck out 2. He battled. You could tell he didn't feel like probably he had his best stuff, but he battled out there on the hill. The pitch a little bit outside. It's 3-1 now on Trice. As the next offering sails high, and that's ball 4. So another walk is issued. That's how we begin the 6th inning. So Trice is aboard for the second time. He was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the 4th inning. And he's on base for the second time as Pedro Ramirez will be the batter. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 1st inning. Bounced into that 1-2-3 double play in the 4th. Pitch on the way to Ramirez, and he uncorks a nice swing, but fouls it away on that third base side. Chris Harris, Josh Carey, Brody Hogan back in studio producing today's ball game. On Talk Radio, WZZN. 0-1 pitch is hammered in the air deep towards right center field. Calabrese going back, and he gets to it. Makes the catch shy of the warning track as he coasted on to it. That ball was absolutely cranked off the bat of Pedro Ramirez, but Calabrese tracks it down.
And that's, I wish I could tell you that that's expected, but like I said, with Nelson Rada here the last couple of years, David really hasn't had a chance to showcase his skills in center field. He's been primarily a corner outfielder. He looks great out there, and maybe his best position of the 3.
Got a great jump on that one. First pitch, a fastball, and a swing and a miss by Corey Joyce. 2 walks and a fly out for Joyce tonight. Wind blowing out towards left center field. 0-1 pitch. Foul right at the top of the net, headed towards us. I should have caught a T-shirt, by the way, the last half inning.
Boo.
Wasn't fully paying attention, and it landed right on the facade behind the TV there.
Oh, so we nearly broke our TV.
Well, it didn't quite get there, but hit the windowsill. He was launching him. 0-2 pitch, runner goes. So down to second base by Crouch. The throw is there. Is the tag? Yes! That's a great tag at second base by David Mershon. And Crouch is like, finally.
Yeah, he's earned one after all the stolen bases by Tennessee or by Knoxville earlier in this game.
McCloskey, by the way.
Yeah, and that was a great pick by Mack as well. If you want someone to pick a short throw, it's going to be Mack, and he kept the tag down that time, and they get a caught stealing out of it.
1-2 to Joyce. Taken down and away, bounces in the dirt, that slider. And the count's even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corey Joyce. Now 2 for 8 in the series. He's walked 4 times. Rocket City pitching has walked 5 and plunked 3 tonight. The 2-2 sails high. And it's a 3-2 count. So that erases that runner, and now 2 outs in the inning. Nobody on base here for Corey Joyce. 5-3 Smokies. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Second inning of work here for Jake Smith. The 3-2 payoff. It's, oh man, that was right there at the knees, but he didn't get the call. And he snaps the ball back from his catcher, Josh Crouch. That should have been a called third strike from Smith. Oh, that's a gorgeous pitch right there, but called low by our home plate umpire tonight, Elliot Melton.
Look, you're going to miss some as an umpire, I get it, but when it's a strike 3 that ends an inning, boy, it makes it even tougher to swallow.
Pitch low and outside for a ball to B.J. Murray. Murray hit a 2-run home run his last time up. He continues his just absolute torture of the Trash Pandas this year. 1-0 pitch is taken at the bottom of the zone for a strike that time. Murray came in batting .327 with 3 home runs, 15 walks, and 10 RBIs. So now he has 4 home runs and 12 RBIs against Rocket City this year. There's another strike, and it's 1-2 on B.J. Murray. Post-game fireworks after the ball game. Presented by Sportsmed. 1-2. Fastball misses out the outside corner that time at 95 from Smith. Now the Gary 4 2/3 innings. Really for the first time in a while, we've had a couple of starts in a row not get through that 5th inning. As he misses high with an off-speed pitch that time, he threw the curveball.
He never really looked comfortable tonight, did he?
He did not.
And maybe it's because of all the running the Smokies were doing early in the game. That's obviously going to take your focus away from the hitter.
3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 payout pitch. Runner goes, swinging a high fly ball deep towards right center field. Calabrese going back. He's in front of the wall, and he'll make the catch with his back up against that Corona Premier sign for out number 3. Take a big sigh of relief there. That ball was cranked again by Murray, but he comes up just short. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, a man left, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 5-3 Knoxville on top. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Corey Holland leads off against Tommy Romero, who goes back to work for his third inning of relief. Kind of a piggyback situation here with Dean and Romero. As Holland checked the swing, didn't matter as it was a first pitch strike, a slider that time. Ronnie kicks in, delivers an X, and he's way out in front. On a slider, a swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Romero had a 1-2-3 inning in the fifth. He's retired 6 in a row since a leadoff walk in the fourth inning. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Misses high that time. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 5-3 Smokies. Bottom of the sixth inning. Romero, that high leg kick and the pitch. And a slider misses off the plate. For ball 2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corey Holland has flied out twice so far tonight. He had 2 home runs in the game last night. His first multi-home run game since 2023 was the second of his career. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased one high and way out of the strike zone that time. Just didn't look comfortable in that at bat at all. Did Corey, so that's strikeout number 3 for Romero. He's retired 7 in a row, and here comes Travis Blankenhorn. So he'll face Romero for the first time.
One thing we've seen each of the last 2 nights, even though the Smokies haven't had the best starting pitching, they've always had a reliever come in who's restored order. It was Romero tonight, and last night, if you remember, it was Tyler Santana who came in and got the job done. You need someone to step it out of the bullpen on a night like this, and Romero has done that.
0-1 pitch on the way to Blankenhorn is swung on and foul tipped into the middle of catcher Casey Opitz. Well, the Trash Pandas is going to have to come from behind again tonight if they would like to win. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one's right there at the knees and a called third strike. And Blankenhorn is really frustrated right now. And that's out number 2 here in this 6th inning to bring in David Mershon, who's been on base twice more tonight. Single and a walk, plus a stolen base and a run scored.
Sammy Natera Jr. up and throwing in the Rocket City pen.
He's been really, really good of late. He's had a really good year. First to Mershon, and he takes it low for ball 1. Rocket City got a run in the first inning to tie the game after the Smokies grabbed a run in the top of the first. 1-0 pitch, slap back up the middle, but caught by Rojas. The dandy young shortstop with a nice play up the middle to take away a base hit from David Mershon. Ends a 1-2-3 6th inning. 9 in a row sat down by reliever Tommy Romero. Went back to that 4th inning. And we make our way to the 7th now. Still 5-3 Knoxville on top. As this is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Price for internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Here we go to the top half of inning number 7 from Toyota Field. Another fun routine by the Pandancers here at Toyota Field.
Fun. Okay. That's a word for it.
New pitcher on for Rocket City, by the way. Here is Sammy Natera Jr.
I would call it traumatizing.
Sammy takes over for Rocket City after a couple of innings from Jake Smith, and Sammy makes his 38th appearance, 3-1, a 2.79 ERA, 42 innings of work so far this year. He's walked 31 and struck out 58. Opponents are batting just a $186 against him. Lefty deals, and the first pitch is fouled away by Jefferson Rojas down that right field line. Rojas, Aliendo, and Palmer, 5, 6, and 7 due up. Rocket City trailing Knoxville 5-3. Sammy comes set as he works out of that stretch solely. And he throws one by Rojas that time. A fastball at 96 miles an hour for Sammy Natera Jr. Get out of New Mexico State. 25 years old. The lefty's 0-2 pitch. Misses down that time. Went back to the fastball at 96. Last 5 appearances. Doesn't have a record, but he has tossed 6 shutout innings on 4 hits. Striking out 9 and walking 2. He's on a bit of a run right here. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Rojas. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That was a slider at 85, and Natera with the first out here in this top half of the 7th inning. 1 away now for Pablo Aliendo.
Well, I wish I could have seen the spin rate on this pitch, but it was a beauty. Look at that. A lot of movement on that ball, tailing inside, and Rojas down on strikes. For all Aldeguerri did, he had only 2 Ks tonight. And I'm not saying you need to strike out everyone, but it makes the job easier.
Here's a ball hit well deep towards left field and to the track. Climbing the wall is Holland, but needs a little bit more than climbing to get that one. And Pablo Aliendo has himself another home run, his second in as many days. And he extends the Smokies lead now to 6-3. That's his 9th home run of the year, 35th RBI. Pablo.
Yeah, the wind's trailing out, but that had nothing to do with that ball. That one was a no-doubter by Aliendo this time, who for some reason just has Rocket City's number. He's only 206 for the year, but like you said, 2 home runs in as many games, and he's been a Trash Panda killer through the years.
So Pablo goes yard, and the pitch is in there for a strike. See how many home runs. I don't think Sammy's given up many home runs this year. That was just the 30s allowed this year in 38 appearances. Palmer with a strike there, and it's quickly 0-2. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's sliced foul down that first base line. Takes a time called that time from Palmer. Now 1-2 headed home. Swing and a miss. Chase the slider down at 87 miles an hour. Another good pitch from Natera. And now bookmarking or bookending that home run, a pair of strikeouts. Bottom just dropped out.
And a nice comeback by Natera as well. We've seen guys at this level, they give up a home run, it starts a tailspin, but Natera comes right back and gets a strikeout.
First offering to the catcher, Casey Opitz, is a ball just a little bit above the zone that time. Terra had a scoreless streak going prior to that home run, as that pitch didn't miss by much, but a little bit up again to Casey Opitz. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. And Terra had gone his last 5 appearances without allowing an earned run. In fact, he had gone his last 4 without allowing a hit. 2 balls and a strike on Opitz. He hits the zone with that slider. Now the 2-1 pitch. It's in there for a called strike 2. The bottom of the zone just scraped the corner. He has some good feel with that pitch right now. Let's see what he wants to do now as he's back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Sammy's ready, and the 2-2 pitch. It's at the knees and a called third strike. So Natera Jr. strikes out the side in the top of the 7th inning, but Pablo Aliendo smacks his 9th home run of the season and extends Knoxville's lead now to 6-3. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time to stretch here at Toyota Field with Rocket City trailing by 3. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
At Northrop Grumman, their products define possible as they help customers defend the homeland, launch critical payloads into space, enable scientific exploration, return astronauts to the moon, and protect the warfighter. Yet their dedication goes beyond their products as they support the workforce, their families, our veterans, and our hometowns. Together, we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. That's defining possible. Northrop Grumman, defining the future.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1-year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 7th inning here in Madison, Alabama, as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Back to work will go the right-hander Tommy Romero, and why not? He's retired the last 7 batters in a row. I think that back he's retired 9 in a row. Going back to that 4th inning. Josh Crouch leads things off, and the first pitch to him is a breaking ball. And it's a ball, 1-0. Next offering from Romero is launched foul down that third base line. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Trash Pandas trail it now 6-3 after the home run ball. At the bat of B.J. Murray. Next offering misses down and away for a ball. And the last batter to reach base safely was Mershon in the 4th inning. That was on a walk.
By the way, Huntsville Stars Night coming up on August the 28th. We'll be happy to honor our legacy here in Huntsville, the original minor league baseball team in North Alabama. Jose Canseco will be on hand to sign autographs. Get your tickets now at tptix.com.
2-2 pitch on the way is popped up back foul and out of play. Yes, so you get your ticket. There's no added cost for getting that autograph from Jose Canseco. So, should be a fun night.
You know, you were talking about Mershon, the last base runner for Rocket City in the 4th.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, Crouch down on strikes.
This has been an ongoing struggle for Rocket City where they'll get to the starting pitcher because they know that's who they're going to see, right?
So they spend a lot of their homework on.
Right. And then what happens is other team goes to their bullpen. You don't know who's coming in. You don't know what to expect. And the guys right now are struggling on the fly here to make adjustments.
Here's Kootenai now as he throws that breaking ball that misses down and in. And it's 1-0 to him.
And that's not to take anything away from Romero. He's pitched very, very well. But when you're so honed in on one guy, when they throw you a curveball with a new pitcher, it can be hard to adjust.
Swing and a miss on that 1-0 delivery. Now a ball and a strike. Fastball at 91 miles an hour to Kootenai. The new additions on this Rocket City team here in the month of August. 1-1 pitch on the way to him from Romero. Swing and a pitch fouled straight back. Kootenai came to us on the second. Started Old Dominion after transferring from Colby Community College. It's Conference USA's Player of the Year in 2022 was Kootenai at 27 home runs.
Do you think Dominion feels offended when he's called old all the time?
1-2. It's inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I remember their great run in women's basketball, too. Old Dominion, Louisiana Tech.
The Monarchs.
Yep.
They lost to Tennessee one year. That was one of Pat Summitt's teams.
2-2 pitch down and in for a ball, 3-2. It's amazing when some of these schools, when they really, truly commit to a sport, they can really get some good results. 3-2 payout pitch could be a coach, anything. 3-2. And that's a called third strike. That ball just grazed the inside corner at the knees. It was borderline. It was very borderline, but according to our pitch tracks, it literally just scraped the corner for a strike. So a good call by Elliot Melton. And Kootenai down on strikes, and that's the 6th K now for Romero. He's sat down now 11 in a row. First pitch to McCroskey's fouled out of play.
Talk about committing to a sport. How about Texas Tech last year with softball?
I know.
Whoa.
Gave the pitcher, $1 million?
Yeah. They got to the College World Series final. She had come from Stanford.
Those Texas schools, they got that old money down there.
They do.
0-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Or a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mack. College football coming up at the end of the month. I think August 31st is when college football gets started. I saw bowl projections today on ESPN.
Where's Memphis headed?
The Military Bowl against Virginia Tech, apparently.
Have they ever played in the Liberty Bowl? Like the bowl game. I know they
twice.
Played. Okay.
Yep. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. He's swung on and lined over the third baseman's glove. Murray and down that left field line, heading towards second base. And stopping it there with a 2-bagger is Matt McCroskey. Maybe that'll get something going offensively. First base runner since the 4th. And the first hit since the 2nd inning.
See where this pitch was. Well, you can't tell from there. According to pitch tracks, it was inside. He left it middle in. And Mack was able to get around on it. Nice swing. And now see if he can start a rally.
Didn't really hit it super hard, but he got around on it enough and lined it down that line. So a double for McCroskey. And you got still 7 outs to play with. And we've seen how this team can score some runs quickly. Especially with bats like Oscar Colas and guys that can get on base like Goebel and Calabrese and Mershon. 2-run home run back in the second by Josh Crouch. So here's Ben Goebel now back to the top of the lineup. And the first pitch to Goebel is a ball down and away. 1-0. That was the 6th double, by the way, on the season for Matt McCroskey. Goebel so far today is 1 for 3. And that one bounces in the dirt. Scoots past the catcher, Casey Opitz, to the backstop netting. And over to third base on the wild pitch goes McCroskey. Just chip away.
Yeah, as much as you wish you could tie the game with one swing, as we're going to look at the wild pitch again, you got to take advantage of what's being given to you. And right now, you got a chance to draw to within 2 with a runner at third base. Goebel with a chance to come through with a big hit.
Here's a 2-0. Swing and a line drive, hit out towards left field, going back, and making the catch is Wogu. I think he thought that ball was right at him, that at the last second he started moving back, and he makes the catch on a ball that was hit really well by Ben Goebel. And the Trash Pandas will strand a runner 90 feet away at third base. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. Rocket City still trailing Knoxville 6-3. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services delivers professional lawn care, mosquito and flea tick control around Toyota Field. Creating a winning lineup of lawns at homes across Huntsville and Madison County, TDI Services pledges home run lawn care and pest service with our innovative biological practices, using fewer chemicals as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call 888-556-7985 to transform your lawn and save.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
8th inning has arrived here at Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama. 6-3, Knoxville on top. And to take you home, here's Josh Carey.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much. The fastball is in for a strike to Jordan Wogu. It's 0-1. Natera faced 4 men in the 7th. He struck out 3 of them, but also allowed a solo home run to Pablo Aliendo. Hence it's a 6-3 Knoxville lead as Natera goes from the letters. Next pitch. Fastball. There's a strike. Right down Broadway. It will go to 0-2 on Wogu, who's 1 of 3. An RBI single in the 2nd, a fly out to right, and a pop-up to short. By the way, it's over from Cleveland. Braves shut out the Guardians tonight 2-0. A 2-hit performance by the pitching staff. Atlanta's now won 3 in a row as the 0-2 is hit foul straight back to the screen. Going to stay at no balls and 2 strikes, and coming up in, I don't know, about 40 minutes or so, it'll be the Angels at the Athletics in Sacramento. 0-2 on the right-handed hitter as Natera will peer back in. Next offering. High with the fastball that time. It will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. It was 3-2 Trash Pandas at the end of 2 innings tonight. Since then, Knoxville has scored the last 4 runs of the ball game. Here's the 1-2. That one in the dirt. Fired a slider that time. It will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sam Aldeguerri struggled tonight. 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2, and you hate to say it, but it reminded you of the Sam Aldeguerri before July. He didn't necessarily walk a ton of people, but just had a hard time putting batters away. A lot of deep counts, and it really ate into his pitch count. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, little flare into left field. Out goes Mershon. It's over his head, and that'll dunk in for a hit. Good pitch by Natera that time, but able to fist it into shallow left was Wogu. That'll be his 2nd hit of the ball game, and that is also hit number 7 for the Smokies. 1 on with 1 out. We go back to the top of the order, and Carter Trice, who's 0 for 2. Ground out to 2nd, line out to right, a hit by pitch. That came with the bases loaded and drove in a run. He's also drawn a walk and been thrown out trying to steal. Natera typically doesn't go more than an inning, but again, Rocket City's pitching staff has been taxed the last 2 nights, and they're going to have to go bullpen tomorrow as well, as the fastball misses high. 1-0. Bryce Osmond will pitch for Rocket City, fresh off of Tommy John surgery. He's only made 1 other appearance, so don't expect him to go too deep into the ball game. Trice waits. 1-0. Fastball, that missed off the plate, just off the outside corner. Going to go to 2-0. Crowd wanted that call, but it was a ball. So 6-3 your score here, as leading away at first is Wogu. He's already got a stolen base tonight. Next offering. Swing and a miss. He pumped the fastball by him, and it's at 2-1. No one throwing in that Knoxville bullpen. They just can't push Romero from the ball game. He has been dazzling since coming on for a struggling Nick Dean. Here's the high setup. And the 2-1. Fastball high and away. 3 balls and a strike as Sammy falls behind in the count. Again, Natera from a very athletic family. Both of his parents played for Mexico at the national level. In fact, he wanted to be a basketball player at first, but found out he was pretty good at this baseball thing. As the 3-1 fouled straight back. Going to run full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. And as we mentioned earlier, he made his way to New Mexico State. He was at first an everyday player, made the transition from first base to the pitcher's mound, and it's been nothing but change for him in his career. He was also a starter at first in the Angels system, but got moved to the bullpen exclusively this season. He'll look in on Trice. From the letters, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Natera comes back, gets the strikeout of Trice as he blew him away at 95. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Natera. Out number 1 in the 8th inning. Here's Pedro Ramirez, and we'll look at it again. Fastball that continued to rise high and away on the right-handed hitter. And Ramirez will dig in. A hit by pitch, a stolen base, a run scored. He's also bounced to second, bounced into a 1-2-3 double play, and line to center. And the pitch is a strike. It's 0-1 as he fired him a fastball at 95. The right-handed hitter stands in as Natera will look in for the sign from Crouch. Shaded up the middle, the second baseman McCroskey, the 0-1. Swung on, tap foul, back to the screen. It will go to 0-2. Due up in the bottom of the 8th for Rocket City. It will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Calabrese, Colas, and Holland. Those are the guys you want up there. Unfortunately, Rocket City down by 3. We'll see if they can get some guys on base. Wind has started to pick up as it trails in from left center field at about 5 miles an hour. Ramirez will wait. Here's the 0-2. Inside, missed with a fastball. Going to run to a ball and 2 strikes. Ramirez has been quiet in this series, 1 of 11. He'll stand back in. They play him straight away and deep in the outfield. Natera, he'll go back to the belt. Short lead at first by Wogu. And now they throw over just a soft toss over there by Natera to keep an eye on Wogu, who again has 20 stolen bases on the season. Ian Kootenay, 2 fellow Canadians, chatting back and forth.
I wonder if it's French.
From the letters, 1-2. Swung on, bounced too short. In Mershon, up, goes to second out there. Relay to first, high throw that time, and that pulls Kootenay off the bag. Even if it's a good throw, I'm not sure if they would have had him. And McCroskey asking for interference on the slide from Wogu. He's not going to get the call from third base umpire Stone Garver. We'll take a look at it again. Ball was not hit sharply. Well, he stayed upright as he went into second. Looked like he tailed off at the last moment and didn't get the call. So that'll be 6-4 on the fielder's choice to get Wogu. Ramirez beats the relay. And so he stands at first with 2 away for Corey Joyce, who's 0 for 1, a line out to right, 3 walks, a run scored, and a stolen base, and now a pickoff. Good move to first by Natera. Slapping the tag down was Kootenai on Ramirez. The pickoff will go 1-3, and that will retire the side. In the 8th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Bottom of the 8th on its way. Rocket City trailing at 6-3. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-3. Knoxville on top of Rocket City, and due up with the Trash Pandas. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters against Tommy Romero, Calabrese, Colas, and Holland. Again in the 8th inning. First pitch, Calabrese will take a strike. That was a 4-seam fastball at 96. And it's 0-1. David 0-3 tonight. A line out to center, a strikeout looking, and a soft ground out to first. Romero working quickly. And there's another strike. A changeup that time at 83. Calabrese quickly down in the count, 0-2. For Romero, his season high in innings is 5, and this is his 5th inning tonight. He has done yeoman's work this evening for the Smokies. Played at AAA Sacramento when he was in the Giants organization last season, and also made a brief appearance with AAA Iowa for the Cubs this year. At the letters, here's the 0-2. Fastball roped up the middle and into center field for a hit. A solid single to center by Calabrese. That'll be his first hit of the game. That is hit number 6 now for Rocket City, and only their second since the second inning.
I was telling you, the confidence he's playing with right now, Josh, and that pitch was right down the middle. You can't sneak anything past him right now.
He's playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, and he should. This is really the first time he's been healthy and been able to showcase what he's got since 2023. Here's Colas, righty on lefty. Oscar will take the first pitch, down and in. That was a change-up. It's 1-0. Romero thought he had a strike. Colas with an RBI single in the first, a walk and a strikeout swinging. Off the line at third is Murray. Next offering. There's a strike. That one a fastball. Going to even at 1-1. We do have an attendance for you. It's 5,013. 5013. As leading away at first is Calabrese, and I bet you if we didn't have that rain earlier, it would have been bigger than that. Next pitch is in the dirt. Another changeup. It will go to 2 balls and 1 strike to Oscar Colas. Again, Rocket City got 1 in the first on the RBI single by Colas, and then a 2-run homer by Crouch in the second. That's been it. Open stance for Oscar. Wind drifting in from left center field at about 10 miles an hour. Short lead at first by Calabrese. The 2-1. That one is rocketed into straightaway center, but he got under it. Trice will come in several strides. He'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. That was a rainmaker, I should say, by Colas. He was right on the pitch, but he got under it and popped it up the chute. So a fly out to center by Oscar. That'll be out number 1. Calabrese remains at first. And Corey Holland will stand in, 0-3, 2 flyouts to right and a strikeout swinging. looking in the Rocket City pen. I do see someone throwing, so it looks like Natera will be done for the day. Right on right. First pitch. There's a ball that's outside. Looks like a changeup. It will go to 1-0. Romero, formerly of Eastern Florida State College. He'll set again. 1-0 pitch. That one in the dirt. Nice stop that time by Opitz. On the slider, it will go to 2 balls and no strikes. He was originally drafted by the Mariners in the 15th round several years ago. Also traded to Tampa Bay in 2018. Made his major league debut for the Rays in 2022. Next pitch. There's a strike. And it will go to 2-1. So Rocket City is facing a guy here who really knows what he's doing. So beneficial to have guys with that type of experience in your bullpen, especially when you're working with a lot of young guys. 2-1. Swung on, chopped foul at the third base line. And will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-handed hitter ready to go. By the way, he also appeared briefly for the Nationals, did Romero. That was back in 2022. Only appeared in 1 game, however. Next pitch misses low, and it's going to go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. A walk would bring the tying run to the plate. Holland 3 of 14 for the series. Blankenhorn waits on deck. The set again by Romero, and the 3-2. Swung on, fought off to the right. Good swing that time by Holland, and he stays alive as it remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. When he was with Tampa, Romero, he only appeared in 3 games, did start 1. And then, like I said, he only appeared in 1 game for the Nationals and got knocked around there. Since then, he's bounced around from the Nationals to the Giants to the Cubs now. Quick move over to first and back in with a head-first dive is Calabrese. Also spent some time in the Mariners organization very, very early in his career. And now time called, this time by Holland, is 1 timeout of the at-bat. Again, 6:35 start tomorrow, then we'll wrap it up at 2:35 on Sunday. Then we head to Birmingham for the final time this season. We'll watch the Trash Pandas take on the first place Barons. Next pitch. Down 1, grounded, left side, and through for a base hit. Caught it off the end of the bat, but just got enough as Rojas was shaded up the middle. It was beyond his reach as he went to his right. A seeing eye single for Holland. His first hit of the ball game. Calabrese goes first and second, and now the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Travis Blankenhorn. Before he stands in, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
Jamie Vermelier goes out there to have a word with the entire infield to go over the scouting report on Blankenhorn, who's had a tough one tonight. 0 of 3, 3 strikeouts, 1 of those looking. But we all know he's got the pop to turn this thing around with 1 swing, but it's been a minute since his last home run. He's got 8 on the season, and I want to say 7 of those came in about a 3-week stretch. As Blankenhorn will come to the plate.
Very, very streaky. You know, he was on the injured list for a long time with that back and came back on an absolute tear. Always have been kind of a streaky hitter. He and Kolas similar in that.
So right against left as Blankenhorn will stand in, and he'll take the first pitch outside. Goes to 1-0. You know, now that I think of it, it may have been that July 3rd game against these guys. That was the game where Rocket City hit either 5 or 6 home runs.
And that unbelievable series in Montgomery.
The check of second. And now a pickoff attempt, and not in time, as just back in there was Calabrese. He was almost picked off, and that would have been devastating. Let's see, I know he hit a home run on the 3rd of July, did Blankenhorn, and that was his 7th, so he had 1 more after that. Check of second. Next pitch. Broken bat. Flair on a hop to second. They go to second out there. Relay to first. In time there. A rally killer. 4-6-3 on the double play. A jam shot by Blankenhorn. It goes Ramirez to Rojas over to Aliendo. And just like that, Rocket City's rally attempt is thwarted. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. End of 8 at 6-3 Knoxville. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the 9th inning. Rocket City trailing at 6-3, and Kenyon Yovan will come on to pitch. He'll face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Smokies. It'll be Joyce, Murray, and Rojas all due up. Yovan is making his Toyota field debut this season as the first pitch is a fastball for a strike. 0-1. He's always been a fan favorite in the times he's appeared here over the last 2 seasons. He's now a 3rd-year Trash Panda as Joyce stands in 0-for-1. A line out to right, 3 walks, and a run scored. Next pitch is sliced foul off to the right, and it will go 2-0-2.
Well, for Sammy, I mean, he showed how dominant he can be. Just had that one mistake that gave up a home run to Pablo Aliendo.
Yovan, no record, no ERA, 3rd appearance, all in relief. As the pitch is lifted into right center on the move, no one can get that ball. It's going to split the gap, go toward the wall. Around first is Joyce. He's into second, and he'll stop there with a leadoff double. So Joyce starts things with an extra base hit, runner at second with no one out for B.J. Murray. Yovan, 4 innings, 3 hits now, no runs. He's hit a batter. He struck out 4, walked none. Opponents hitting 143 against him. So here's Murray. He's had a whale of a night. 2 of 4, a 2-run homer, an RBI double, a stolen base, a fly out to center, and a fly out to left. Right against left. Here's the set. Yovan kicks and delivers. Pitch rolled gently to second. Easy play moving to his right by McCroskey. Fires on to first in time. That'll be out number 1. Moving second to third is Joyce with 1 away for Jefferson Rojas, who's 0 for 4. 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, a fly out to center, and a pop up to second. By the way, Sammy Natera Jr., 2 innings, 2 hits, a run that was earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Well, I wanted to mention this earlier, but I'll mention it now. This is a very special day in American history. This is known as VJ Day. Well, what is that, you may ask? The pitch is outside, 1-0. VJ Day, Victory in Japan Day. This is where World War II effectively came to a close when the U.S. declared victory over Japan. And I wanted to talk about a little something as the set by Yovan. And the next pitch is low, 2-0. So I mentioned earlier this week that August is, on a personal level, kind of a difficult month for me. This is my birth month, also my dad's birth month. It's also the month where both my parents passed away, as well as Dad's longtime broadcast partners, Pete Van Wieren and Ernie Johnson Sr. As the ball is going to be flared into right field, that's going to dunk down for a hit by Rojas. Pretty good pitch by Yovan. He jammed Rojas, who fought it off into right field. That's going to score Joyce from third, make it a 7-3 ball game. RBI number 12 for Rojas as the leadoff double comes back to bite. So a little jam shot by Rojas. It's now a 4-run ball game, and Aliendo will come up. So, ironically, on August the 12th, I mentioned it happened to be my dad's birthday. It also happened to be the day that Ernie Johnson Sr. passed away back in 2011. Pitches filed away. It's 0-1. And I want to talk about EJ for a minute. And for those of you who don't know, he is the father of Ernie Johnson Jr., the guy who does Inside the NBA for Turner Sports. But anyway, Ernie was a major league pitcher for over 10 years for primarily the Milwaukee Braves, but a few other teams. Pitch is cut on and missed, and we'll go to 0-2 on Aliendo, who's got a 2-run homer, a single. He's reached on an error, scored 3 times, and struck out swinging. But like a lot of people of his era, he had to put his career on hold so he could participate in the Pacific Theater back in the 1940s. And I frankly don't know what Ernie's job was over there as the fastball is down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But back in that time, what would happen is, depending on what shift you had, you would go do your job. And then once the workday was over, you'd go back to either the barracks or you'd go meet your comrades for something to eat or drink or whatever it was you would do. As the pitch is in the dirt, and it will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, back then, the primary form of media was radio, and everyone had a transistor radio, which was a big box that you would plug in, and on the box there would be 2 knobs. There would be one for volume and another for tuning that would take you up and down the radio dial. Here's the set by Yovan. 2-2. Missing outside with the fastball, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And so you would go up and down that dial and you listen to news or sports or music or whatever it was you wanted to. Well, as they would go up and down that dial, they would always get interference. And the interference was coming from the fighter pilots above, flying over the Pacific, who were radioing back to command. There's the 3-2, a swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch by Yovan. Aliendo down on strikes. Strikeout number 1 for Yovan. Strikeout number 8 for Rocket City pitching. 2 away. Here's Jalen Palmer. 1 for 3, a single, a stolen base, strikeout swinging, a walk, and a ground out to short as you look at the replay again. And sometimes they would be over the radio just detailing where they were and what was happening around them, and then suddenly you would hear nothing but static. And Ernie, the first time he heard that, he asked one of his friends who had been there for some time, what was that? As the first pitch is a strike 0-1, and his friend looked at him and said, that guy probably just got shot down. There would be other times, as Yovan would come set. Here's the 0-1. Pitch is grounded right side and through an open hole for a base hit. Around second, charging for third is going to be Rojas. The throw will come into second. Palmer goes to the opposite field for his second hit of the game. Rojas goes first to third, and runners are at the corners with 2 out for Casey Opitz. A fly out to center, a hit by pitch, a walk, and a strikeout looking. But what would happen is there would be other times where instead of a direct hit, one of those fighter pilots would be clipped on the wing or the engine or the tail or whatever, and they would start going down. And as they were going down, they would get on the radio intercom back to Mission Command, and they would either be saying a prayer or they would be giving final instructions for their wife and their loved ones back at home as the pitch is cut on and missed. 0-1, and there would be people on Mission Control writing down these wishes so they could give it back to the family as these soldiers were going into the water. And when you hear the term America's Greatest Generation, pitches tap foul at the first baseline, 0-2. You know, Ernie never really talked about that stuff a whole lot. He would share a few things such as that, but he never really delved a whole lot into it, probably because he had heard and seen too much. But when you hear the term America's Greatest Generation and why they were so humble and why they were the way they were, it was because of stuff like that. So, long story short, as the pitch is high, it's 1-2. We don't have too many people of that era left today, but if you happen to be around one either today or in the very near future, be sure you shake their hand and say thank you, because they had to deal and experience things that none of us have had to, and we are always grateful for that. As the pitch is cut on and missed, that'll be strike 3 for Casey Opitz. Strikeout number 2 for Yovan, and the side is retired. The Smokies will get a run. It's earned. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. Bottom of the ninth coming up, 7-3 Knoxville. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up. At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Zach Lee will come in and try to close it out for the Smokies as they lead it 7-3, and due up for Rocket City. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. David Mershon, Josh Crouch, and Matt Kootenai all due up. Close the book on Tommy Romero. He pitched a beauty. 5 shutout innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. He is in line to win this ball game. For Lee, this will be a non-save situation. And if the game ends here, Kenyon Yovan goes 1 inning, allows 3 hits, a run, it was earned. He walked no one, and he struck out 2. So Lee, this is his second appearance of the series, faces Mershon, 1 of 2, righty on lefty, and the first pitch. There's a strike, a fastball. It's going to go to 0-1. Mershon tonight has singled, walked, stolen a base, scored a run, and lined to short. Lee will look back in. He pitched on Tuesday. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball of beauty. That was a beautiful curveball at 80 miles an hour. Swung on, missed. It's 0-2. Lee pitched a scoreless inning on Tuesday. Allowed no hits, walked 1, and struck out 2. As Mershon will call time and step out of the box. Again, Rocket City led 3-2 early, but couldn't hold it as the Smokies have scored the last 5 of this ball game. Even with the bag off the line at third is Murray. The 0-2. And that one misses high, a curveball that time. It will run to a ball and 2 strikes. Lee, we've seen him several times through the years out of a former stomping ground of mine, Victoria, Texas. Pitched at Texas State, home of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Mm-hmm. Next offering, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fired a curveball down and in. Mershon over the top of it, strikeout number 1 for Lee, out number 1 in the 9th inning. And here's Josh Crouch, who's 1 of 3, a 2-run homer in the second. Since then, he has struck out twice, both times swinging. And by the way, that is strikeout number 10 of the ball game for Smoky pitchers.
I'll tell you what, kind of the de facto start there from Romero, and he calmed the tides really well for Knoxville tonight.
Did he check his swing? Yes, he did on the curveball down and away, did Crouch. It's 1-0. Lee on the season, 4-1, 4.35 ERA, 37th appearance, all in relief, 0 of 2 in saves, 41 2/3 innings. As the pitch is a curveball called a strike, it's 1-1, 25 hits, 22 runs, 20 earned. He's allowed 3 homers, he's hit 4, and he's walked 32 while striking out 39 now. Opponents are hitting 179 against him. 1-1 to Crouch, here it is. Swung on, line down the left field line. That's going to get into the corner for a base hit and bounce off the wall. Crouch around first. He's going to head for second, and he'll motor in with a 1-out double. Well, you got to start somewhere, and that's one place to do it. Hit number 2 of the game for Crouch, both of them extra bases. And that'll also be the 8th hit of the game for Rocket City hitters.
That was a hanging curveball that time, and Crouch made him pay. And, one positive thing about Zach Lee, this is his 8th appearance against the Trash Pandas this year. ERA is close to 7. By the way, he's faced Rocket City now 21 times in his career.
Like we said, we've seen him plenty of times over the last 3 seasons. Righty on lefty against Kootenai. Fastball high and away. It's 1 ball and no strikes. And you look at his numbers, Lee, again, 41 in the 3rd innings. He's walked 32. That's probably been one of his bugaboos, as Kootenai ready to go. 0 of 3, 2 rollouts to first and a strikeout looking. Next pitch, fastball high and away, and it goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And Casey Opitz has seen enough. He's going to go out there and have a word with Lee. Northrop Grumman post-game show to follow the action here on Talk Radio WZZN. But let's see if Rocket City can give these guys a finish. And walking gently back behind home plate will go Opitz, as it's 2-0 on Kootenai. Mac McCroskey waits on deck. Actually, we've got a pinch hitter out there on deck. That's Ryan Nicholson.
Like that.
So Kootenai ready to go. Open stands for him. They guard the line at first where Aliendo is. Lee with the 2-0. Down and in. 3-0. Missed with a curveball. For those who don't know, Victoria, about 2 hours south of Houston. They call it the Crossroads. It's right between Houston, San Antonio, and Corpus. Austin is only about a couple hours away, too. 3-0. There's a strike, a fastball right down Broadway. 3-1. They wheel him around to the right. A lot of room on the left side for Kootenai. Let's see if he takes another one here. Rocket City needs base runners. From the letters, the kick and the delivery. Fastball down and in. Ball 4. Missed with the fastball at 94. So a double, now a walk. That'll be walk number 1 by Lee. Walk number 3 by Knoxville pitchers. And here comes Ryan Nicholson.
We'll see how big that insurance run was for the Smokies in the top of the 9th inning.
Nicholson, for this series, is 3 of 9. Has a couple of doubles as well as 4 runs scored. So he'll stand in. A home run would be great, but it only pulls you to within 1. You just want him to get on base. He's hitting .211 as a Trash Panda, 2 homers and 3 driven in. Open stance, righty on lefty. First pitch on the way. Down and in with a fastball, 1-0.
Mentioned that .211 average in 11 games, but last 6, .318, .464 on base with 2 doubles, 1 of those home runs, and he's drawn 6 walks.
Yeah, and that's what you want right here is a walk. From the letters again, 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball hit foul at home plate. He drilled that right into his foot. That was a curveball. That time he got it over, and Nicholson went after it. It's going to even at a ball and a strike. A lot of room to the left side for Nicholson if he can go to the off field. 7-3 as we play the bottom of the 9th inning. It's been another grinder tonight, just like last night was. Knoxville trying to knot up this series at 2 games apiece. Rocket City trying to guarantee at least a split. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. Away at second is Crouch. Leading from first is Kootenai. Playing behind him is Aliendo. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. He blew a fastball by him at 94. It will go to 1-2, and looked like that one was out of the zone. A ball and 2 strikes on Nicholson with Ben Goebel in the top of the order waiting on deck. The look back in. Here's the 1-2. Swung and skied into left. He got under it. In comes Wogu toward the line. He'll slow up, make the catch, and that'll be the second out of the inning. So Nicholson got the ball in play, but he skied it down the left field line. There's 2 out, and Rocket City down to its final bullet. It's going to be Ben Goebel. Goebel 1 of 4, a double, a run scored, a ground out to short, a fly out to center, and a line out to left. If he gets on base, the next 4 guys behind him all have power. Right on right. And the first pitch. Breaking ball, that missed high. That was another curve, and it will go 2-1-0. Goebel now 5 of 17 for the series. He's also got 3 doubles for what it's worth. Runners with their leads. Crouch at second, away at first is Kootenai. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, little flare foul off to the right. He was lunging at that curveball down and away. It might have been ball 2, but it would have been a 50-50 call for home plate umpire Elliot Melton. Evening at a ball and a strike. Wind has died down. As Goebel stands back in, they play him straight away, both in the infield and the outfield. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball cut through and missed. He went high and tight on the right-handed hitter. Goebel chased ball 2 that time, so it's down to 1-2, and Rocket City down to its final strike. Open stance for Ben Goebel as he digs back in. Lee trying to put the game away here. From the letters, and the 1-2. Swung, lined into left. That's going to be a base hit. That'll get down and bring home a run. Stopping at second will be Kootenai. An RBI single for Ben Goebel. It's 7-4, and now the tying run comes to the plate. That was a hanging curveball. In fact, he chased one out of the zone, did Goebel, but he was able to top it into left field. And for Goebel, that'll be his 19th RBI of the season. Like I said, Kootenai takes second. And now you got Calabrese coming to the plate, the owner of 5 home runs on the season. And he singled his last time up. He's also lined to center, rolled to first, and struck out looking. And of course, if he gets on, that would bring the winning run to the plate in the form of Oscar Colas. So righty on lefty, it's now 7-4. Playing up at third is Murray. I'm a little surprised by that. And the first pitch down and in, he almost hit him with a cutter. It's 1-0. I know, David, in most situations, you got to consider the bunt because of how well he runs, but righty on lefty, you're going to have him swing away here.
Yeah, I mean, his ability, and of course what he's proven in this series, bunting, you got to, I guess, respect it a little bit.
1-0. He rolls the next pitch foul up the first base line. Rod Barajas grabs it from his first base coach's box, and it's even at a ball and a strike.
I mean, I'm not saying I would suggest he bunts here, but if he did, bunt single, load the bases up for Oscar Colas, you know. But David's been swinging the bat well, and, you know, I would trust him.
From the letters, the 1-1 to Calabrese. Swung, and he skied it into center. Charging in is Trice, still coming. He'll slow up. He'll make the Bill High catch. And that's going to be the end of the ball game as Calabrese popped it up into shallow center. Easy catch for Trice. And Knoxville going to be a winner for the second straight night. Your final score is 7-4. So for Rocket City in the 9th inning, they get a run. It's earned. They do it on 2 hits. No errors in the inning and 2 men left on base. Rocket City with 5 hits over the final 3 innings, but they also leave 4 men on base, and they can only muster 1 run over those final 3 innings as they lose 7-4. Here are your totals for Knoxville. 7 runs on 10 hits. They commit no errors. They left 10 men on base. As for Rocket City, 4 runs tonight. The Trash Pandas had 9 hits for the ball game, and they committed 2 errors. Rocket City left 4, 5, 6, 7 men on base. Your winning pitcher is going to be Tony Romero. He does it in relief for Knoxville, and he pitched a beauty, like I mentioned. Came on for a struggling Nick Dean in the 4th inning. 5 shutout innings, 3 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. And for Romero, he will move to 1-0 on the season for Knoxville. Meanwhile, Sam Aldegheri, he had a rough one tonight for Rocket City. The starter falls to 6-8. He goes 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2. There was no save in the game. However, Zach Lee does go the 9th inning. He goes 1 frame, allows a run on 2 hits. The run was earned. He walked 1, and he struck out another. Your time of game tonight, it was another long one, 2 hours and 55 minutes. And the attendance, 5,013. Again, Knoxville over Rocket City tonight, 7-4. For those of you on Way More 31.6 TV, have a great night. Be back here tomorrow, 6:30 airtime, 6:35 first pitch for Game 5 of this 6-game set between the Trash Pandas and the Smokies. For those of you listening on Talk Radio WZZN, the Northrop Grumman postgame show is coming up right after this. For everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas and for my broadcast partner, Chris Harris, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. Again, your final score tonight, Knoxville over Rocket City, 7-4. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A-game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results. As nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, the law firm of Martinson and Beeson, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Alumni Hall, Eagle Insulation, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Welcome into the Northrop Grumman postgame show, everyone. Josh Carey with you, and back at Mission Control. Running the boards is Brody Hogan. The news not so good tonight as Rocket City loses to Knoxville for the second night in a row. Final score this evening is 7-4 as the series is now tied up at 2 games apiece. Knoxville moves to 52-58 on the season. They are now 21-21 for half number 2. Rocket City falls to 38-73. They are 14-29. For the second half. And again, Rocket City got out to a quick lead after 2 innings, but ultimately Sam Aldegheri just didn't have it tonight. And the hitting stopped really after the starting pitcher, Nick Dean, left the ball game for the Smokies. They turned things over to Tommy Romero, former big leaguer, and he pitched like a big leaguer with 5 shutout innings. He gets the win, and Rocket City again falls by 3. Here's what happened in tonight's ball game, and a lot of scoring early on. It was the Smokies who got out to a fast start by plating 1 in the first against Aldegheri. With 1 away, Pedro Ramirez was hit with a pitch. He would steal second, and then 2 batters later, he would score on a B.J. Murray RBI double, and that would make it 1-0. Rocket City, though, came right back in the bottom of the first inning against Dean. Ben Goebel led off with a double. He would stay at second after a line out to center by David Calabrese, but then Oscar Colas drove him in with an RBI single into right center field for Colas, his 7th RBI of the series, and that would tie the ball game up at 1 apiece. Knoxville came back in the second inning thanks to an unearned run, a double error off the bat of Pablo Aliendo. David Mershon, the shortstop, he first kicked the ball, picked it up, tried to make the out at first by making a throw. The throw sailed over the head of the first baseman, Matt Kootenai, into the dugout. The first base dugout. out. That allowed Aliendo to take second. So an error on the field and an error on the throw. Runner at second with no one out. Jalen Palmer and Casey Opitz would be retired on a ground out to short and a fly out to center respectively. But then Jordan Wogu came through with an RBI single into center. That brought in Aliendo, making it 2-1, and that run was unearned against Al Daguerre. Rocket City would get its lone lead of the game in the bottom of the second inning. David Mershon would bounce back after that double error and would single. He would then score on a 2-run homer over the left field wall by Josh Crouch for Crouch's 8th of the year, RBI 23 and 24, and that would give Rocket City a 3-2 lead. But from there, it was all Smokies. They would come back. They would tie the game in the fourth inning as the game really got away from Sam Aldeguerre in that fourth inning. Pablo Aliendo would start things with a single. Then Jalen Palmer would walk. Casey Opitz was hit by a pitch, one of 3 hit batters in the game tonight by Aldeguerre. After a shallow fly out to right by Jordan Wogu, Carter Trice was then hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. That drove in the tying run and made it a 3-3 ball game. Fortunately for Rocket City, Pedro Ramirez would bounce into a 1-2-3 double play to end that top of the fourth, and Rocket City still had its shot, but after that 2-run homer by Crouch, Rocket City just could not muster anything offensively. In fact, from the 3rd until the 7th innings, Rocket City had only 3 base runners, as there was a walk in the 3rd, a walk in the 4th, and then a 2-out double in the 7th, and Rocket City couldn't get any of those men in. As for the Smokies, they would take the lead for good with 2 more runs in the 5th inning. Leadoff walk to Corey Joyce. He would then score on a 2-run homer by B.J. Murray. For Murray, his 17th of the season, RBI 73 and 74, and that would make it a 5-3 ball game. Smokies would tack on another run in the 7th inning on a solo home run by Pablo Aliendo. That would make it a 6-3 ball game. And then the Smokies would get another insurance run in the 9th inning against Kenyon Yovan. A leadoff double by Joyce. He would then score on a 1-out single by Jefferson Rojas, and that would make it a 7-3 contest. Rocket City tried to make a game of it in the 9th inning. With 1 out, Josh Crouch would double. And after a walk to Matt Kootenai, it was Ryan Nicholson who flew out to left in a pinch hitting appearance. After that, Ben Goebel would lace a single into left, scoring Crouch from second. That would make it 7-4. Kootenai went to second. Runners were at first and second, 2 away, tying run at the plate. But David Calabrese would fly out to center to end the ball game, and that was it. As again, Knoxville, a 7-4 winner tonight over the Trash Pandas. Your final total for Knoxville: 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They leave 10. Rocket City, 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They leave 7. Tommy Romero with the win in relief. He moves to 1-0 for the Smokies. Again, 5 shutout innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Again, he's 1-0. Sam Aldeguerre falls to 6-8 as he starts and gets the loss for the Trash Pandas. 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2. No save in the contest. Time of game 2 hours and 55 minutes, and the attendance 5,013. As again, it's Knoxville over Rocket City by the final score of 7-4. We'll take one more break on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Come back and wrap it up right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap it up on the Northrop Grumman post-game show as, again, the Trash Pandas fall short today to the Smokies by the final of 7-4. The mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 6:20 airtime, 6:35 first pitch for Game 5 of this 6-game series between the Trash Pandas and the Smokies. Tomorrow it'll be right-hander Bryce Osmond going to the hill for Rocket City. He's only appeared in one other game, gave up a few runs and about two plus innings last week against Columbus. So the numbers don't look great, but again, this is a guy who's coming off of Tommy John surgery. He hadn't pitched in about a year and a half. He'll get the start. Look for him to go 2 to 3 innings, and then it'll be bullpen the rest of the way for Rocket City. Osmond, a right-hander, one of the better pitchers in the Angels system as well, farm system that is. He'll be opposed by fellow righty Tyler Schlafer, who's 3-1 with an ERA of 3. We've seen him before, and I'll be interested to take a look at him tomorrow because he's been pitching some really good baseball of late. He held Rocket City, or stymied Rocket City, I remember, on July 4th as well up at Knoxville, but he's been pitching some really good baseball of late. Really be interesting to take a look at him. Again, it will be a 6:20 airtime, 6:35 first pitch. Trash Pandas and Smokies in Game 5 of 6. Hopefully you can join us here at the ballpark. It should be another fun Saturday night here at Toyota Field. But if you can't join us here, be sure you join us on Talk Radio WZZN for all of the action as, again, the Trash Pandas will take on the Smokies Game 5 of 6. Right here at Toyota Field. Special thank you back at our Talk Radio WZZN studios for all the hard work tonight from Brody Hogan. And, of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Again, your final score this evening, it's the Smokies over the Trash Pandas by the final of 7-4. For everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas and for my broadcast partner, Chris Harris, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.